going?
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Holly and welcome back to Chronicle. This is the home where some of my favourite people and I will get together, tell some awesome stories and hopefully take you guys along for the ride with us. On today's episode we're going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, so if you don't know what that is by now, get into it. It's about time you get to know. We're the perfect place for you to do so right here. If you didn't catch our last stream, we kicked off a new campaign, and even though 1 D&D is out now, we're still going with the 5e rules just because it is a lot easier for us at the moment, I think, character-wise. So that's part of our decision there. If you would like to catch up on what you might have missed from last session, it should be up soon, I think, the video, so you can go onto our YouTube channel, the link will be down below, go and check that out, and you can catch up on the wonderful character introductions that we had. We almost had a TPK, we almost had a character death, and we had some cool world building, where I was given feedback on the first session by some of my friends who were watching, and James, yourself, you said that some of the descriptions were a bit icky.
Yeah, they were.
So
icky,
if you want some icky descriptions, you can double check last session.
They were icky. I'm an expert in all things icky.
What the icky?
Getting his fingers back out.
What?
Ew.
How did...
Lucky.
I am now getting the ick.
This guy. In any case, I don't know what to say.
Power through.
He's simultaneously an angel and a devil.
He's just always a devil. What are you talking
like,
about?
I am a man.
He wouldn't hurt a fly, but he would say some of the most heinous things known to man.
I feel like Lucky.
I'll get the
might.
fly to spiral itself to death.
Maybe.
Also, everybody, it's his birthday on Sunday. So
Yeah, everybody wish Lucky.
the devil
Happy
is turning a year older,
I just
Soon I'll be
realized
dead.
also.
Thanks, Lucky.
as we all will be.
I also just realized I forgot to turn off the screen settings when I was changing the ISO, so you can see the ISO down the bottom.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
That's fine.
I can unplug it and change it. Give me a
It's
second. Give me a second.
That's fine.
Give me a second.
I've got no
Give me
battery.
a second. It'll be 2 seconds.
I've
Okay,
just-
Lucky is going.
I've got a battery. I'm gonna
Oh,
eat it.
This is his
It's gonna shut down. I'm gonna eat the battery.
This is his imminent death that he was talking
I'm gonna eat
about.
the battery.
Oh.
Bye, Lucky.
Oh,
It's
he's,
too late,
Oh.
you missed it.
he's frozen.
Oh!
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I love the coloured screen. It's the classic TV.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please hold.
They're
No,
like-
we're not whore.
I was so excited for like a new campaign. I thought this is gonna be perfect. We're gonna capture everything on camera. We're gonna have great audio. And then last session we recorded all of our audio through a webcam.
It didn't actually sound that bad. As someone
Maybe
who has
we're just
listened
used
to
to
that
it.
audio, it's not
And
that
you
bad.
can see the DM webcam of both of them.
Wait, where's? Yeah, the setup's a little bit janky.
We're gonna fix it. That's
I think it's gonna have to be ceiling mounted.
Do you think so?
Well, we
Well-
were not mounting it to the ceiling of my apartment.
We can glue it.
Hey.
Attack.
Blue tag.
We're gonna just change
okay.
this. We're gonna just move things until
Yeah.
it works.
We're not.
Like,
yeah.
where else is it supposed to go? It can't go forwards. It can only go back, which means you're gonna need something with zoom.
Zoom my balls.
How much was your dad's camera again?
You could just buy a collimating lens. It means you could position it as far back as you want, and all you'll ever see is an area about this big. We zoomed it right in on Holly's face.
Or alternatively, we could
That's
sticky
what the
tape
people
a
want,
toilet
yeah.
paper around
Thank you,
the
thank you,
webcam.
Carl.
Sticky tape.
I've
toilet
decided
paper.
I'm not killing your character. Everybody else is dead to me. Everybody else get fucked.
What?
What? What did I do?
I was
Also,
already
Holly
dead.
looks good, and you guys didn't.
Yeah.
Holly,
Oh.
I am a Leo. We're
Prince-
vain. That's how it
Prince
works.
Charming incarnate. I hate star signs. Oh, I've just said it on the air. My life's over.
You're gonna. Yeah.
It's
It's so Jova for
There's
you.
gonna be a no.
It's Jova.
Your Mercury's in the microwave.
Yo, actually, fun fact for everybody. Apparently, Mercury isn't retrograde at the moment.
Is it
So-
actually?
Yeah, I think so. I
What
believe
is
so.
that? Like, retrograde relative to Earth?
I think so.
It's like a star sign thing.
Yeah.
It
It just
means-
means that your life's shit at the moment and you can blame it on Mercury.
Honestly, I don't believe in
It's
looking at the stars. I look at believing in animal guts.
The fuck?
Retrograde means
I'm
Backwards.
genuinely
Yes.
just curious. Why do you sometimes say what you say? Like,
No,
what is it?
It's in retrograde until the 7th.
Yeah.
And what does this mean? Holly, can you give me a palm reading?
I think the Romans had it right.
Somebody told me that my voice sounds like a palm reader's voice. Do you like
What does my palm say?
Does
my
it-
balls hack?
Let me lick my hand quickly. Does that help?
It can impact communication, travel, technology, potentially leading to misunderstandings, delays, and a need for re-evaluation.
It can impact technology. How so?
It's in the
EMP
microwave.
detected.
This is just what
Um,
Google AI says, alright?
I,
Because it's in the microwave.
I
That's how it works.
forgot that Mercury was...
Maybe the microwave.
When you put your phone in the microwave.
It mainly
it
affects
just goes-
Aries at the moment.
Oh.
Okay,
makes sense.
that's
You
fine.
guys are
It
fucked.
will affect Pisces on the 29th.
How do
I
they
just
come up with the
normally do
horoscope?
It's based on which constellation was in the what position in the sky at the time of your birth.
But how do you translate
So-
that to personality traits?
For anybody out there who's curious, as a gay, I know my star sign, my moon sign, and my rising sign.
What is a rising
My
sign?
sun sign, sorry, I
Is it like
should say.
red rising? Is that your rising sign?
Yes.
It's to do with like the
Yes.
where the sun and the moon
It's about-
was,
yeah.
where you were born
Yeah,
as well.
and then
Yeah,
the rising is whatever constellation was coming up on the opposite side
that's it.
at the time of your birth.
And-
So my rising is Sagittarius. My sun sign is Leo, and my moon sign is Gemini, because I'm a two-faced bitch. It just means that I have emotional crash outs a lot, which is true about me personally.
I just know that I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
That's all.
I am sheep man. Yes.
I feel like there's a
Sheep man.
responsibility as a gay person to know
Mm.
your sun, moon, and rising.
I can confirm this. Aquarius sun, Pisces
Yeah.
moon, Capricorn rising.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm gay.
No,
That's how I know.
the
no,
gays
no,
know.
no. A lot of my other like queerer friends, they all know
Yeah.
their risings.
It's
and
the gay
Yep.
people
It
thing.
seems
It's a gay
The-
thing.
this seems
Your-
gay in brackets derogatory.
Well,
Yeah, it
a
is.
lot of the ways that people explain like not connecting so much with their sun sign is because actually the image that you present to other people is your rising sign. So my Sagittarius is the one that I present to everybody, and then my emotions are Gemini, and then your sun is like who you truly are inside, bro.
How do I figure this out?
Guys,
No,
we need to play Dungeons and
don't.
Dragons.
Oh, right.
I say bath salts.
Yeah,
Connor,
That sounds interesting.
star signs are
It is-
confirmation bias
it,
incarnate.
No, they kind of like.
Just do bath salts and
Okay,
just read what you get.
Guys,
Sorry.
It's about you can like go on a website or whatever and then just put in the time of your birth and then I'll tell you a whole heap of information. Like it'll tell you your Venus, which is supposed to be how you are in love. I don't know, guys. I just know it because I'm gay. I don't really know what it means. I do know that Sagittarius apparently is like one of the most famous Sagittariuses. I don't know if it's a rising or not. Is Billie Eilish apparently? That's all I know.
But like, aren't like 1/12 of people Sagittarius?
I think so. I think that's how it works. Yeah. So that's all look.
I would say, like,
Look.
I'm sure there are a lot of awful people who are Sagittarius as
I,
well.
li- I
Probably.
like I like the
Probably.
Chinese Lunar New Year ones more because I get a cool animal out of it.
Yeah, I'm year of the golden dragon.
I'm a snake, bitch.
He is a.
Wait, you're a snake?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
it's
the
based
least
on
snake
years.
person I know. He's not a snake
He
at
gives
all.
rat.
What do I give?
You give sophisticated wombat.
My favorite.
I was gonna say like ox or something.
Ox.
No, not an ox.
Yeah, you're the ox. You're the
Stud.
what else is there? Pig, mouse.
No,
Rabbit.
no,
Dog.
no,
Cat.
no,
sheep.
no.
I'm sheep.
I'm sheep.
That's kind of
Oh,
real, bro.
I'm sheep.
Apparently, I'm still the least snake vine.
I forget. Yeah,
I think he's too nice to be a snake.
What?
I'm a tiger.
It's true.
I'll
Horse.
stab you with
I'm a
black
wood-
bitch.
I'm a
Watch
wood
yourself.
tiger.
That's
basically.
the thing.
Watch yourself.
I'm a metal dragon.
Metal dragon. What metal?
Just
I'm a
this
Balzac.
metal.
Doesn't that mean gold?
Well,
That's
I
what
think
you
so.
2000?
2000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're 2000, then you're gold.
Yeah,
That's the same as Jesus H. Christ. I don't know if his middle name actually started with an H.
Jesus, holy Christ.
It was Holy Land Jesus reincarnated.
Jesus, Hermanus Christ.
Did we just get some cheap viewers? Sad.
What? Cheap
Sag.
viewers? I'd love
Get
to
out
buy
here.
more cheap viewers. Please bring the bots in.
Anyway,
Push the viewers
I
number
think we
up.
should start some Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yes.
What's the time?
8:45.
Quarter to
It's okay.
0 D&D.
It's okay.
It's
It's time for D&D.
Should we
That's
start
what
again?
it is.
Should we go back to the intro screen and cut out the first?
No, I've reset
No,
recording.
this is what they've come for. They've
They've
come
come for the brain rot.
I don't think that's
But
break.
no, that's
half the
There are more professional streams than us. We need to be the least.
But they'll
We
hear me
need-
sliding
we-
off star signs. It'll be the end of
No,
my
no, no. We
career.
need to give off the most home gamey of just chill vibes. That's
True.
our.
That's right.
Lockie doesn't give chill vibes. He gives angry.
Well, that's still
angry
home gaming.
leprechaun vibes.
I'll stab you, bitch.
Leprechaun, are you slandering the Irish? That's
No,
crazy.
just
Jack.
Oh
my
God.
I am 50% Irish. How dare you?
You're real rough with some
Unbelievable.
potatoes.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
Please.
Okay, we're starting. As per usual, I'm going to get into the prologue, and then we are going to get into the actual game. Just for reference, where last we left off, the rest of the party, other than Lockie's character Drefan, had made their way to a cellar door, like a metal gate that leads into the cellars below. But Drefan is at the moment being circled by the rot beasts. And is currently on a roof. So how will it get to the rest of the party? Who fucking knows? We'll see.
Why are you up there again?
Because it was my way out.
Your way out was up.
Yeah.
That's what I did, to be fair, at first, and then I went down.
Yeah, the thing is, he went to them. He went
Yeah,
to them.
so I jumped
Yeah.
16 foot vertically onto a roof,
He's
and
a
now I
hero.
can jump 27
He's-
foot.
Who did he save?
It's called suicide.
Well,
I tried, and that's what
he's
mattered.
a foolish hero. He's just a big cuddly guy with a.
Exactly.
I didn't think you were gonna say cuddly for a second.
Cunty?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also true. You know it's
Big cunty guy.
Yo, Drefan is cunty.
Real. He serves.
Okay, I'm gonna get into our prologue now. Very sorry for the ramble beforehand.
true. Can we switch to Holycam?
Does it work?
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't
No,
switch to it.
we haven't set those cameras yet.
I'm gonna go get some water, but anyone I'll select some water.
Yes, please.
No, thank you.
I'm alright.
I will be
Okay.
listening.
Well, I'll just wait for the prologue. Then you guys can fuck me, I guess. Hey guys.
Well, you can start. James can hear you.
What?
But it's not the same. It's not the same. He's gone.
I'm here in spirit.
Okay.
I
Because I'm a Virgo.
My lord is
More like a virgin.
Lucky
I'm in
has a
pain.
razor sharp wit as always. Cuts where it hurts.
I'm paying for it. Call me barbed wire for a reason.
Who calls you barbed wire?
Me. In the mirror.
You in the mirror? You just call yourself barbed
It's
wire?
my daily mantra.
Is that sad?
I
know.
He. What are the characteristics of barbed wire that you aspire towards?
Generally repulsive.
Generally repulsive.
And with that, I hand it to you, Holly.
Oh, thank you so much, James. That's really helpful. It's so stupid.
Are you sure we can't read this far?
My vote is starting again, personally.
No, this is good content. I'm gonna harvest it for shorts.
Anyone in the audience enjoying this?
I found my son. That's my son.
No, don't tell us!
Yeah, hey guys, let us
Alright,
let
alright,
us
I'll
know
tell you at the
in the
break.
chat if you're enjoying this. Because I'm not.
Okay. I think we should start again.
We have a vote to start again.
Who It's too late.
Oh, no.
It's too late.
Never mind, you meant no start again. So no.
No,
Oh,
don't
Do
start.
not
no.
start
Oh,
again.
yeah, because we're being real.
So you know what this means? All of that is staying in.
Yeah, I fucking know.
It's
Thank you,
canon.
Sadie, for your opinion.
I'm
Thank
the
you,
one
Sadie.
editing.
We will not be
It's
starting
staying
again.
in.
Okay. This is so
Oh, she rated 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10
Thank you.
as to enjoyment or what? What was being
Definitely
rated?
enjoyment.
Chaos.
Oh, okay. Chaos, yeah.
Lucky.
I apologize to everybody. I'm gonna rapidly change the mood the prologue, but just stick with it. It's fine. You know, these things happen. Dream, believe, achieve. That's what I say to myself. The rapid and rhythmic sound of hooves clattering against cobblestone, worn smooth by years and years of the heavy traffic of footfalls, was not a new occurrence in a bustling city square. In fact, the people of this fair city barely turned their heads to acknowledge the rapid pace of this rider carving their way through the thoroughfare. Instead, voices called out from either side of the street, beckoning passers-by into storefronts and taverns to spend their hard-earned gold with the charismatic individuals that hawk their wares. The heat of the midday sun, pulling its way through a cloudless sky, bore down upon the inhabitants of the city, searing their skin and forcing them to search for cover in the waiting arms of the taverns and inns. Astride an onyx-black mare, wild eyes search for a passage through the densely packed streets. A banner of burgundy and gold waves behind them, rippling and pulling taut in the breeze. It draws the eyes of the townsfolk for a moment, before they quickly avert their gazes and clear a path. The rider urges their horse onwards, weaving in and out of the path of the city's denizens. They follow winding paths to the outskirts of the city and toward the looming estate framed by a walkway of topiary and flower fields. On either side of the estate's long drive, elaborate gardens boasting dramatic fountains play host to a crowd of nobles who gossip over tea and cake. They all turn their head to see the rider pass, before bowing their heads together and exchanging heated whispers. With their horse still galloping toward the stable, the rider vaults off the back of the horse. They stumble, falling onto their knees and scraping their hands against the gravel. But they quickly rise and shout their thanks to the stable hand that seizes the reins of the mare. The rider races into the house, passing through corridor after corridor, taking the stairs two at a time. With each step, their breath grows heavier and heavier until they're gasping and their lungs are burning. But still, they continue on, scroll clutched in hand. They skid to a halt, finally, before an elaborate set of doors. A sparrow in flight is carved onto the surface of each of the doors. The rider takes a breath and raps their knuckles on the right door. Enter. The rider wipes sweat from their brow and pulls their beige woolen cap further down onto their head, straightening it and fixing the long eagle feather tucked into the brim. They dust themselves off and take a deep breath. They push open the door. Within the chamber itself, a sense of tranquility greets the rider, and they feel their shoulders drooping slightly. At the head of the room, a large oak desk sits before a wall of stained glass windows, their LED lighting spraying a kaleidoscope of patterns across the floor. There is a singular figure standing staring out at the city beneath them, their arms crossed. A burgundy cape is draped over one shoulder, swinging slightly as their rhythmic breaths mingle with the faint breeze curling in from the open balcony doors. They don't acknowledge the rider behind them. The rider clears their throat, their hands shaking as they pull the feathered cap off the head and wring it between their hands. My lord, I bring news from Rasnia. There was an attack. I was watching for Sintre's arrival, just like you said, my lord, and, well, as soon as he arrived, the crowd began to scatter. I was standing on the Reticent balcony, and I could see the whole thing, executions and all. But they never finished them, my lord. They got to the Torig execution, and these hideous creatures started flooding in from the streets, and even some of the crowd seemed to turn into them. It was horrific, my lord. It was almost like, The rider held their tongue, turning their gaze downward to the dark wood floors. Speak true to your thoughts. Every detail matters, especially to me. Well, my lord, it was almost like they were Rotkin. I didn't see them up close, but well, they behaved the same way, and they looked like the fungus was growing from them. It just seemed a bit too advanced to be the case when they were just, regular people in the crowd only a moment before, though, my lord. The figure at the window turns their head so that only a brief view of their profile is given to the messenger. The cape swings with the movement. You are certain that they are the same creature sighted the week prior? Sucking in a deep breath, the messenger chokes slightly as the air is greedily pulled down their parched throat from their travel. Yes, my lord, I saw them with my own eyes, and all reports I heard from the Carastols said the exact same thing, that they appeared to be in an advanced state of rot, actually quite unlike anything that we'd seen before, but the Carastols did say that it matched some of the Rotkin that they'd seen beneath Cathora. You know, in they think in the Underdark, my lord. And who else knows of this? Oh, only the people in Erasnia, or I suppose of Erasnia, my lord. Unless they've gone to another town, perhaps nearby. But I rode all night and day to be the first to deliver the news to you, my lord, just as you requested. The figure turns their head back to gaze down at the sprawling city beneath them, with its hustle and bustle. Everything is silent for a time. My lord? Keep this to yourself. I want to make sure that we have the upper hand. It never did anyone good to spread rumors without carefully orchestrating them first. But our story for the evening begins in a quaint town filled with cylindrical buildings that curve along the thoroughfares. From above, the lines of sloping thatched roofs with chimneys blowing smoke into the air gives the impression of hundreds of little acorns embedded into the ground around two surrounding hills. The tinkling of thin wind chimes stretched between the streets rings out to an abandoned city at the moment. A group of figures is packed almost shoulder to shoulder in a narrow alleyway between two small cottages. And we join our party as they are faced with the wrought iron gate that leads down to the cellars beneath. What would you guys like to do? I will come to you in a second, Drefan.
Did we see him leap onto the roofs?
Which...
I went the same way that everyone else did. I think you mentioned before that they spotted me do the jump onto the roof at least.
I think so.
Okay, so we saw him jump. Okay, he's fine. We know that they can smell, I think, if they're only smelling blood. I don't know. Yeah, I think Sarif is going to head towards the cellar and like gesture for the others to follow. Hopefully we can like take refuge in there and like disguise our scent with wine.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And hopefully they're not interested in the smell of wine. Only the
Yep.
smell of blood.
You're just gonna leave Drefan?
I don't know these people.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
I'm with these two because they're here.
Mhm.
Him, he's jumping on roofs. I'm like, oh, he is
Yeah,
fine.
he's fine, sure, yep.
I'm gonna head to the cellar.
Okay, sure.
I don't think I can leave him up there.
Are you really? You barely got out of there with your life. Do you really want to risk yourself?
I barely got out of there with my life because he's dumb. So if he stays up there, then
Can you somehow get quietly? Can you somehow get him to get to us
no.
without drawing attention? No.
I really don't think that he's going to make it without some assistance.
I hold on to his money because he goes into scams and gets scammed a lot. Like that's the level that we're dealing with here.
Not to mention the lot of us, including myself, not that that's worth much, couldn't even take on one of them, and I recall seeing at least 7 or 8, possibly more.
Hopefully they've dispersed a little bit by now, but we can't be for certain.
Can I listen out?
Sure, roll a perception check for me.
I think I have a +1,
Yeah.
19.
With a 19, you do hear some of them skittering around nearby. Are you asking if you can see them as well, or just hear them, or
I'm just asking if I can hear them. I don't
Sure.
want to make myself visible
Sure,
to
yeah,
them.
yeah. At the moment, you don't see any. You can hear these faint, like, clicking noises that appear to bounce between the creatures.
It sounds like they're close. It also sounds like they're using some sort of... Would I recognize the clicking as some sort of like echolocation or other
You
technique
can
to try to
roll
see?
a nature check for me.
What is nature?
Intelligence.
Yay! I can do that.
Ooh.
Ooh! 26.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You assume that it probably is some sort of echolocation thing. They're probably communicating with each other.
I suspect that they're using some sort of echolocation. I mean,
To communicate?
yes, because it didn't seem like they were using their eyes.
No, I know that they smell through. I know they smell through blood, but I guess the clicking is like. I just thought that's how they talked.
That being said, we should probably keep our voices low.
With a 26, as far as you know, they did seem, the more advanced they were in their stages of rot, the less they were actually able to see. But they did also show signs of following Drefan, obviously because of smell, you assume, but they did seem to be able to hear that he jumped up onto the roof as well.
I hate that I'm even suggesting this, but I think possibly we could go make a loud noise, present some strong odors, and maybe we'd be able to
Do you have a
cover our presence.
Do you have a large gallon of blood lighting around as a distraction? Hmm?
Oh, well, possibly not blood. Are there any other strong odors? Do you have any tobacco that we could burn?
I look at my last pack and I'm like, no, I'm out. Okay, would I know? I know that they're attracted to the scent of blood, but on that note, would I know if a stronger odor is presented? Will they go for that, or is it purely the smell of blood that they're interested in?
You can roll a nature or an arcana check for me.
Remember, I think they did respond to the wine, which I'm assuming it's either the sound of the bottle shattering that
Nature.
confused them, or it was
They're the same. Wait, no, yeah, okay, should have gone with the other one. Yeah, no, 5.
Which one are you rolling though?
It'd be nature.
Nature. You weren't really dealing with the rot much when you were in your time with the Ocularo. So you wouldn't be 100% sure, but You do remember hearing from just random rumors. There are some people that think that they communicate through a fungal network.
Okay. I'll relay that. But so what is your plan then?
You see the guy who had originally yanked you guys in. Hey, I couldn't.
Quiet, you.
He drops his voice. I couldn't help but overhearing, and well, just so you know, if you're planning on going down to the cellar, they have lots of stuff like cheese and wine in there, other sorts of like liquor and stuff like that. They might have tobacco and stuff. I don't really know. You're not really allowed to go down there. So, usually they have patrols, like, for both of the families there. So I would say, you know, like, just keep your head down if you're gonna be in there. Don't want to be, like, getting caught by them or anything like that. So.
Okay, you know what? I like your idea. You can shut up now. Oh. All right, down to the cellar. Come on. If they've got tobacco, maybe we can make a very big fire.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck to you. Hope you don't die.
Don't
Pat him on the shoulder.
Don't worry, we won't associate you with any of this.
Okay.
Is the cellar locked?
You can try. The door is shut.
Quietly.
Okay. It is locked.
Okay.
Well, why is this guy beckoning us into a locked cellar? What the hell's wrong?
Yeah, no, because he wants the goods. He wants the goods out of the panic.
Oh, yours.
Yeah.
You.
100%.
Yours. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's wine and cheese and tobacco. Oh, it's the good stuff by the families. No, he just wants the shit. So I'll break it, mate. I'll say, all right, okay, fine. I like your idea, actually, quite much. Nero. We'll smash some bottles. We'll burn some of the tobacco. We'll break some of the cheese. Hopefully, all those last colorful, unique odors. We'll hopefully throw them here, and then we can run to try and save the Drefan. But we need to act fast.
I can't afford getting into this sort of trouble.
Don't worry, I can.
Well,
I'm gonna carefully.
There are people in those cellars. There was a patrol.
No, the people patrolling the cellars normally. Is that what? Wait, is he saying that there are people in the cellars?
Who are patrolling the cellars? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Yeah, patrolling. Yeah,
maybe
no, there are people who have locked themselves in there for safety, though, right?
He didn't say either way.
Okay.
He just said there were people patrolling the cellars.
Yeah, other people. There wouldn't be anyone patrolling
Maybe
right
we
now.
can get
Everybody's run away.
The people on the patrol to come help, unless they're private guards. They're probably private guards.
You can ask him questions if you want. You have been a bit rude though, so.
I mean, just one person.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an emergency, and
No,
and also like it's a catastrophe.
It's a character.
Yeah, and it's a thing. There are no guards. Are the guards there? There wouldn't be any guards there, right? Everybody's running for their lives.
In the cellar?
Around the cellar, patrolling.
No, there's nobody in this alleyway.
Perfect.
At the
Yeah, I would
moment.
like to. I would like to unlock the cellar.
Sure. You have
These
lockpicking
tools?
tools. Yep. So it'll be your sleight of hand check.
Lovely. 18.
18. Cool. Yeah, easily comes undone.
Alright. Hello.
You're calling out to the.
Yeah, because if there's someone in there, then I'm going to leave them be. That changes the plan.
If the guards are in there.
Yeah, they're cowering.
Okay. Sure. Yep. You don't hear a response.
Well, I'm trying to be quick because I imagine he's running for his. I imagine he's jumping for his life while all of this is happening. So, is there a light source like a lantern?
In the cellars at the moment.
Like the one nearby that I can go down to.
There are torches lining the entranceway into the cellar.
Are they lit?
They are lit,
Okay.
but you don't see anything below the fall of the staircase.
We really don't have the time to hesitate much longer.
Yeah. Okay. I'll grab a torch and walk down.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Do you guys follow?
Nope.
No?
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Don't have to. Yeah, that's good.
Can I
Okay.
turn around
Mhm.
to the guy that's in the alleyway with us?
Yeah.
Where are you planning to go from here?
Oh, I was also planning on just breaking the door down to go into the cellar, but I think I'm just gonna leave you guys to it because I really don't want to get caught by the Torigs or the Karas. So
You just
I'm just
gonna.
yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for like a friend. So
The Torigs. Wasn't one of the Torigs getting executed?
Yeah. Allegra Toreg.
Allegra.
Guys, I don't know about this whole salad thing.
Is it okay?
it's fresh.
It's frozen? Oh,
Eh.
it's back?
There we go.
Oh my god.
What's the big thing on it? It's
I
a big
don't know.
bar.
I think it might just be yeah.
There we go. Okay, and then after you find your friend, you're just going to sit here in this alley.
Oh, no, I'll probably go home.
Okay, out there.
Yeah, well, it's only like a few blocks down, and maybe by then the Caristals will be here, so it's probably like fine and stuff.
The Caristol is like some sort of town guard.
You can roll a history check for me. For the 10, that's actually enough. The Caristals are a part of the government branch. They are like government issued soldiers or guards that are stationed usually in each of the major cities and a couple of the minor ones as well.
How long do you think they'll take to get here?
Oh, well, they should just be dealing with Sintre at the moment, so probably not that long.
So you're just hoping to stay alive until then.
Yeah, if you guys do go down there, like him,
Yeah, he's gone.
my advice would be just to keep quiet, because some of the guys down there, they can be a little bit temperamental.
Makes sense. We're going into an unauthorized area.
Yeah. And they also, well, you didn't hear it from me, but they do some dealings with some pretty, shady characters, so, you know.
It's a shame you couldn't hear any of this before you went in.
No, I'm in panic mode, so you know.
Sorry.
Guys, how deep does that cellar staircase seem to go?
Maybe 30 feet down?
Okay, so it's like a store, well, like half a story underground. A story underground.
10 foot. It's like 2 stories.
So 10 meters, 3 stories almost.
Yeah, that's deep
That's
underground.
quite deep. Guys, like mycelial mushroom networks, they're all like underground stuff as well. I'm suspicious.
Would I do that?
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
You would follow us straight to the source of danger.
No,
Except
I
that time when you last week when you tried as hard
I
as you could to
actively
push us
tried,
away
yeah.
from it.
Now you can stop me.
And
it's like, you
literally
can't
every
push through
day
the
of
crowd.
my
I
life,
push
yeah.
through, but you can't. But I do.
Athletics check, bitch. Born to push.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes when you DM, what you think is like such an obvious signal, like that was me like railroading there, like just a little bit.
But we're the heroes. I'm not. I'm just a guy. But you guys are the hero. He's the hero.
Yeah,
I'm not a
He's
hero.
the
I'm not a hero.
I'm not a hero.
I was running.
In order to be a hero, I feel like you have to save somebody.
I
There
tried.
was a lot of people that were eaten.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I am not a hero. I was running. I was getting the fuck out of
He's
there.
posing a distraction.
I'm now posing a distraction successfully.
Drip.
Can we
What are we
see
doing?
Drefan at all?
You can roll a perception check.
I love being a wisdom-based character again.
You love having
21.
whiz?
Whiz.
I got Riz.
What did you get? Sorry?
21.
A 21? I mean, are you actively jumping across the
Yeah,
roof?
I'm just currently essentially leading it in circles so it can't climb up on any of the buildings.
Okay, well actually let's move over to you. So what would Drefan's plan be?
It would be to get it to like start climbing and then move to a different roof, so it has to get down and climb up a different building.
Okay, so the creatures beneath you
Yeah.
are not at the moment climbing.
Oh, so they're just
They're
staring.
just circling.
Oh, I'll stay there for a bit then. Oh,
You're just standing in the one spot? Or are you jumping in between roofs?
I will stand in the one spot until one of them starts moving up, and then I'll start moving between roofs.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I got range attacks.
They shoot fungus balls at you.
They are not moving at the moment upwards.
Okay, well, I guess I'll
They're
wait.
just circling.
Yeah, I'm just standing on a rooftop.
Okay, you can just... well, that's what I was asking. You can just see him standing still on a rooftop.
I might pull out a javelin from my pack and then you get ready to use it as like almost like a cattle prod of some kind.
Sure.
So if they start climbing up, I'll start just poking them off.
Can
Uh,
we get his attention at all?
Are there any like boxes or crates that we could climb to get onto a roof of one of the nearby buildings?
That would be convenient, but not in this alleyway.
Any trampolines?
In this child's backyard.
Yeah, you can see a backyard fully kitted out with... Actually, it's got a flying fox
Jumping
in there as
castle?
well. Yeah.
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 Conveniently, there's a ladder.
There's also, like, rope that you can use to throw at the chimneys. Yeah.
What about any of the houses nearby if I put my head out into the street?
You're putting your head out into the street?
Well, yeah.
Okay, sure.
But like stealthily, I'm just giving a little bit of...
Okay, roll a stealth check for me.
You know, like one of those guys where you just poke your eyes past?
Yeah.
Do -2 stealth? Dex?
Solid snake!
I'm
I
wearing
pick
my
up this cardboard box!
that would be Nero.
So, Snake, I've got the sexy
Nero
lady on the
just-
front of my box.
Conveniently, this
I
is
forgot- I
marble as
forgot
well
about
behind me.
You don't need to roll a stealth check. They just can't see you. With your mask on, you are completely invisible.
It's disadvantage with -2, by the way.
What the fuck are you wearing? You've got disadvantage.
7.
Well, at least that will get Drefan's attention, hopefully.
Okay.
I do have a
You're-
passive perception of 11.
You're dead. You're
As,
dead.
as you approach
You're not dead. You'll be fine.
the mouth of the alley, you are immediately hit with a scent of burning flesh
Uh-oh.
and like rotted mildew and sulfur.
Uh-oh.
You can see
Smell like what it mildew and sulfur.
there are no creatures that appear to be around the mouth of the alleyway at the moment, but you can see that there are about 5 or 6 that are skittering around the actual thoroughfare itself. Some of them appear to still be bipedal, and they are walking, kind of lumbering around. You can see they kind of and twitch up and down the street. There are some that are completely on all fours and appear to be kind of scrounging around other alleyways. The big rot beast that was dealing with Drefan is currently circling the building that Drefan jumped up onto. Opposite you, there is another alleyway. There appears to be no rot beasts directly there at the moment, but you can see, I would say maybe like 15 feet to the right of that alleyway, you can see one of the beasts has its head fully into a storefront, the glass shattered, and it appears to be taking a bite out of somebody's neck.
I think we need to go into that alleyway and close the door and lock it and barricade it. They're quite close.
You mean that cellar?
What did I say?
The alleyway.
Yes, the cellar.
None of them appear to be moving towards you at the moment.
I can see him right there. He just.
Would I be able to see them in the alleyway?
You're specifically looking for them?
Not specifically, more assessing situation around me.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
Oh yeah, this is a great one, guys. I've got really good perception. It's all +1.
Here's my interpretive.
Got 20.
14.
With the
14,
hours.
yeah, you can see them as you're casing the joint.
Roadblocks
You
wave.
gotta draw them towards us.
Big ol' wave.
Run to me, then I'll lock the door behind us.
One hand on the javelin, one hand waving the shield. Are they across the way from me, or like what sort of direction am I looking at?
I forget how far away you were when you jumped up. You were
He was like 60 feet away?
from the alley, I think.
From where we
yeah.
were, I think, yeah.
Mm.
So, are they on the same side as me or the other side?
Not specified.
Yeah, what I pictured that you're on the same side.
Okay. Perfect. And what's the sort of gap between buildings like?
Some of them are pretty narrow. I would say probably like 5-10 feet,
Oh, cool.
depending on the alleyway.
I got hops of 27 forward long jump, so I will just start jumping my way across the building towards the alleyway.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me.
Who said I was being stealthy?
I just want you to roll one.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
argue with your
good.
DM. I
Sorry.
could kill you.
Sorry, I've got disadvantage as well.
You slip on the thatches and die.
That's pretty good actually.
What the
15.
Okay, good.
He rolled a nat 20 and a 15.
Now I'd also get you to roll a dex save for me.
Ooh.
Keep rolling.
So you fall through the building or fall off the building?
Is it athletics check good?
Dex save.
9.
Okay. These roofs are sloped, and they're thatch. So, as you're jumping across, you get to, I would say maybe 2 streets away from where you need to be, and there appears to be a bigger gap in between this one than the rest. And as you jump, you collide with the side of the sloped roof, and your armor that you're wearing kind of ting, and you hear the answering roar of this rot beast.
Oh, good.
Now you run.
It has located you again.
Almost died last session, actually dies this session.
Seeing it, I suppose, react to that noise, can I use a javelin? Is there like a loud metal object, like a kind of, I don't know, something like a pan or something? Like a pan stall?
Metal rod.mp3.
I don't know, because yeah, I've got a javelin, can I throw it at something to make a really loud noise?
There's no pans on the roof.
I'm just riding on the street maybe, because I know there's like market stalls around and all that.
Well, yes, but so you were jumping across alleyways. So beneath you, there's a couple of crates,
Oh.
but the metal would be on the actual main thoroughfare. The beast is still the 40 feet away from you, because it is still where you were.
Okay. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, and 30 foot away from me, I'm gonna make ominous whispers really loudly, like 10 foot away from the beast.
Okay, what are you whispering?
Hey, there's something here.
That's so ominous. Okay, okay.
I'm just gonna use thaumaturgy just to distract.
Sure.
Add more noise to the area, because I can create instantaneous sounds that get away from me, so I figured I can just make whatever I want.
Oh, thaumaturgy.
I'm gonna fuck up your eardrums, bitch!
With the ominous whispers, you see the creature begin to and head towards the whispers. Most of the other creatures, because you had focused on that one particular beast, don't seem to be bothered by the whispers.
I assume they're all coming for me.
Not all of them.
Oh.
There are two that are like one of them's bipedal. The other one is it quadrupedal or quadrupedal? Quadrupedal, I think. Yeah.
Quadrupedal.
Is quadrupedal, and it appears to be heading to the alley behind you.
Okay.
The one that's bipedal appears to just be kind of twitching and like moving towards your location underneath you. But it doesn't seem to be looking up at you at the moment. It just seems to like have its head tilted almost at a 90 degree and appears to just be like shuffling along.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I guess I'll keep moving.
Seeing Drefan start moving towards us, I'd like to tap Nero on the arm. Come on. He's coming. We have to go into that cellar.
Very well, let's go.
It'll be fine. Turn to the other person.
Okay, let's go.
Turn to the guy in the alleyway that I never got the name of because I've never interacted with this guy in my life, actually. That's all your problem.
I don't know. I know his name anyway.
You thank him.
Yeah. Good luck. Hope you stay safe.
You might not want to head out there. There are a lot of them quite close.
Are you sure you don't want to follow us?
Oh, I don't really want to, like, be around that guy. It's kind of, bad for my self-esteem.
I did try to help him not be accused of, like, sleeping with another guy's wife.
I'm pretty sure
to
you
be fair.
accused him of sleeping with
No.
the guy's wife multiple times.
No.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Did
was
you?
accusing him.
He,
I was, like, trying to get the truth out of him, and he said he didn't. And I wrote it in my insight said that he didn't, so I had to go on that.
He, I'll actually, I'm pretty quiet, so I'm just gonna try and, sneak past him. I've been watching the alleyway.
He's dead.
And I'm just gonna give it a shot. There looks like there's some cover and all that stuff, so wish me luck. And he...
Yes, good luck.
He's just, like, walk out and then...
Do you watch him as he goes?
I'm gonna listen as I walk away.
Yeah,
specifically to hear if he gets...
I want to watch.
Oh,
him.
no, this would be so comedic.
Sure. Yep.
If he gets away, I swear to God.
Oh, he's rolling stealth.
I-
And there are like a million...
He might be the distraction we needed.
Aw.
Or another reason for me to jump in harm's way.
Well, they might head closer towards us because of this guy.
Maybe.
That's a lot of rolls.
Yeah, I'm changing my alignment to lawful neutral. That makes more sense.
It's so dope.
You watch as he salutes you and then crouches, and he begins to creep towards the mouth of the alley. You watch as he very slowly drifts his head over. And you watch as he begins to cross to the other side. And he ducks behind a set of crates. And you see him stop there for a few seconds. And you can see one of the bipedal creatures shuffles past your alleyway. And it's still making that clicking noise. Yeah. With the...
As it walks past, I'm going to try to stand perfectly still. And hold my breath.
It, looks over to your side, and then... and passes.
Oh, it's just like that scene in World War Z where the zombie's like right in the face. And it's just like, Gah!
God bless!
As it looks down your alley, you can see that the eye on the right hand side has been completely blown out, and it appears that there are these tendrils that are crawling over the socket of the eye and up to the brain. You see the figure curl out from behind the crates, and he very deftly passes, and you can no longer see him.
Oh, well, good on him then.
I want to guide Nero to like the entrance of the cellar, and then like signal to like stay there and help me with the doors for when Drefan comes down.
I'm too scared to talk, so I'm just...
Yep.
And yeah, we're gonna be visible to Drefan if he comes in, but otherwise just sitting there quietly if any other.
Roll a stealth check for me.
This guy.
Am I rolling a stealth check as well?
Yes.
We're fucked.
Not with that attitude.
Or one of you can roll with advantage if you prefer.
But he rolls with disadvantage.
Yeah. Wait, with stealth?
Oh no, sorry, it's because you're individual. Yep, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I rolled a
yeah.
nat 20 for 21.
Ooh!
And here comes
roll-
that one.
Just like roll
baby.
average
Oh,
or something.
fuck. Do we both have disadvantage and stuff?
Yeah, you're probably wearing like
I
some
have
kind
a
of
-2 to dex as well. So.
yeah. You're probably wearing some kind of like medium armor.
Hey, a 7.
Again.
Okay. Drefan, you are still kind of half dangling. Both of your arms are like up onto the roof. You can see one of the creatures is still beneath you in the alley. You have 2 more alleys to cross before you get to them. What are you doing?
Scampering up on the roof.
Yep.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying to jump between the roofs. I've got the 27-foot long jump, so I should be able
you
to
should be
clear
fine. Yep.
the spaces, and then I'll make my way towards the alley where I saw Zahryn. And then,
Yep. You reach the lip of the alley.
in my inventory, is there a rope? There is 50 foot of rope. I pull out some rope, and I'm gonna. You said there's chimneys.
Mm-hmm.
The building's not more than 25 foot tall, is it?
No.
I will hoop it around in like a U shape,
Mm-hmm.
and then rappel down the building.
Okay. Are you leaving the rope there?
I'm not gonna tie it, so it's like a U shaped, so I can just pull it down after me.
Okay. Sure.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not higher than 25 feet.
For a guy with like -10 int,
Yeah,
Actually
no,
pretty
that's a real big
I'm not
brain.
soldier.
Okay. Sure. Yep.
It's gonna be
You.
rappelling in the
You
straight-
guys watch Drefan begin to rappel down the building
That's
with the rope.
smart. I'll give you that. I'll
I'm
give you
surprised the rope is holding it. Shut. The rope is holding. Wait, we see it?
It's in our
Yeah.
alleyway.
Oh. I'm surprised it's holding his weight.
Fatty. You fat fuck.
He's a lot.
Patty, I've got the conch.
Lifts head up from behind door into the cellar.
While this is going on, and you guys are now reunited, I'm assuming you're going
Yep.
to the cellar. Sarif, are you waiting at the base of the first flight of stairs?
Well, I imagine this is all within a couple of like seconds, if
Yeah.
not a minute, right? So I hear them running up, and I'll be like, quietly go back up, see that they're like at the door, see numbnuts, not dead,
Yeah.
miraculously, and I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have my thieves' tools ready to like lock us in.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Shut the door.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he comes in, you guys come in, lock us behind.
Excellent, okay.
That's the plan.
Sure, so
And whatever
One-
horrors are inside, we deal with together.
Yay!
one thing that you have noticed is that there is a second flight of stairs down. It's not as long as these stairs,
Mhm.
but it does seem to go down further, and not much is lit. There are some faint glows that are emanating from that floor.
Could I have made a quick perception check to see if there is like anything or anyone hiding down there?
Are you going to go down to the bottom of these stairs?
Could I?
They're probably another 5-10 feet.
No, okay. So I wouldn't have heard anything from where I was. Too
You can
close
roll a
to the top.
perception check.
I roll like this character rolls like dog shit. An 8.
An 8, you didn't hear it.
Yeah, cool. That's in character then. Oh, what the hell? Pull out my oh no, my I don't pull out thieves' tools. My like pinky finger kind of like
Nice.
extends a little, and then like makes a weird kind of like multi like key shape.
He's like a Swiss Army knife.
This guy is full
It's
of
got a
surprises.
vibration function.
Shut up.
Key,
Ew.
the key and the pinky and the lighter and the thumb. Shaka. But yeah, my pinky finger turns into like a Swiss Army a Swiss Army knife of like keys and like lock picking equivalents. So I'm ready to like lock behind. Like,
Yeah,
lock us
nice.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm readying that.
Okay. Yep. Everybody makes their way into the cellar.
Including Drefan?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll lock us in.
Are you okay?
I healed the hole after you healed me and got me back. I healed the hole after the hole in my chest.
I cannot believe you are alive. You were dead on your damn ground.
Pretty resilient.
You're too stubborn to die.
This guy.
I want you all to look at that. I
That
don't know if you
nat's
can see it. That's a natural.
I can't even see it.
But we were being quiet.
We were!
This guy comes
Yeah.
I don't know. This
As
is an
you
illegal place
lock
to
the cellar and say, "Are you okay?" and then Drefan instinctively just answers at full volume, you hear the and
Where
that's
is
it
the sound coming
from the mouth of the alley,
Yeah, from where we
and
were.
it begins to head towards the
Fuck's sake.
the cellar door.
Quietly. Down.
Can I hear if it's... Can I determine if it's walking on 2 feet or 4 feet from...
You can see it. This is
Oh.
There's a wrought iron gate. It can
Oh!
Yeah, no,
I
that's
thought
why
it
I
was-
locked us in.
I thought it was like a wooden... I was
No,
picturing
no,
like a...
wrought iron
an
gate.
No,
oak-
it's a wrought iron gate where there are gaps.
Yeah.
And you can see it running towards you. It's quite fast. It has got a bit of a shuffling gait.
Are we,
Can I poke the
is-
javelin just through the hole?
Are we at the end of the alleyway facing in the direction of the alleyway?
Yes.
Yes.
Also, I was picturing it as being off to the side, but we can actually see straight down
Yes.
the alleyway.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
You're
Hey.
locked in on both sides. Where you are is facing the mouth of the alleyway. You can see the creature running towards you. And it is bipedal, and it reaches you relatively quickly, within the 6 seconds, and its arms go through the gate. Have any of you seeing it moved back, or you're just standing there?
Oh,
move
no,
back.
shit.
I moved back.
I moved back and then
Okay.
pull a javelin out and
The
just
second,
standing there
the
with a
second
spear.
he like raises his voice, I like hug the wall in the shadow.
I'm gonna cower behind the big man.
Yeah, I'm hiding behind him too. Oh my god, yes!
I've got the shield and a javelin again, and I'm just like, I've got it so I can poke between the wrought iron gates.
No, you
And
fucking.
it's just gonna run straight up and...
Are you poking? You're attempting to hit the creature with the javelin.
No, I'll see if it tries to break through the wrought iron gates first.
It just heads towards the sound, so its arms go through the bars in the wrought iron gate
Oh,
to reach whatever it is.
I will use
that made the
thaumaturgy to make
noise.
dissonant whispers appear behind it again. Hey, look, there's something over here.
I'm doing this. I'm like against the wall. And I'm just like,
So I'll create sound behind it again.
Okay, well, let me finish my little
Alright.
sequence here. The creature runs up to try and grab you. It's got only a 5-foot reach. Are you trying to stab it or not?
No.
You're not trying to stab it?
I'm ready to stab it if it starts trying to enter.
You can see its mouth on one side where the eyeball has been blown out of the socket, has split into two. And you can see the teeth are kind of they're almost decaying in the gums, and it kind of just scrabbles around. It is not deterred by the whispers this time,
No.
because it can smell the blood on your shirt.
Well,
No! Get a bit of stab, so glory.
Let's just leave.
It's a valiant knife.
how
It's
so-
like a
sturdy
zombie.
are these
If you
wrought iron
leave,
gates looking?
It'll fuck off and forget.
You're not too sure. It doesn't seem to be pulling at the gate at the moment. Its arms are just through and trying to reach towards
Zahryn.
anything.
grab him and bring him down.
Nero,
you two, down,
Light
down,
tugs.
down the
Start stepping backwards.
Light tugs.
But almost like a hoplite form with a shield up and the javelin poking out.
Hold up. We don't know if it's gonna be any better down here than it is
Well,
up there.
it's better than out there. Quiet. better than being dead with all 12 of them out there.
One of the people that was meant for the gallows owns this place.
Ah.
And if they have any association with these beasts, I think it might not be any better down here than it is out there.
I mean, we could just wait at the base of the stairs. We're out of view of that, and we won't have to wander off, and then we can wait until the guard come here, and then go help them clear out the town.
I'm just like my short bow is still like attached to like my wrist on this arm, so I've just got like the string drawn, just like ready. Well, not drawn, but like knocked. I'm just like.
Come on, guys. Let's go down and away from the zombies. Okay?
Quietly. May I roll stealth and approach and go down the stairs?
Yep.
Very quietly.
Can my previous stealth roll count?
No.
I'm
Everybody
ready
has
to
to roll
roll
a-
stealth.
Everybody has to roll the stealth.
Man in his armor.
Stealth. 5.
How about I take that? No, I'm not. Too late now.
We're fucked. We cannot hide in here. 3.
Oh. Stealth.
20, not natural.
Okay. Good man.
16.
With all of these tools jostling around.
Just at least get out of view of these zombies.
It can't see us. It can smell the blood.
And it can hear us as well, so let's go further down just a
Oh.
little bit.
Agree with Zahryn. Move slow and stay still where you can.
As I slowly creep down the stairs, you just hear jingle, jingle, jingle.
Ding, ding, ding,
You
ding.
know, hearing the exact same thing as like a chainmail under my arm is there as well, being like.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm just like
Ping,
it's a
ping,
like
ping,
it's a
ping,
weird
ping.
wrist gun. I'm just like drawing the string now, like.
As you guys make your way to the bottom of the second set of stairs,
Mm-hmm.
you can see a wide open chamber. There appears to be sets of desks that are arranged in a line. There are no lights in this current room.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see the ceilings, everything in here is stone and masonry, and there appears to be vaulted ceilings. And these elaborate archways. It's very gothic in its architecture. But one thing that you do...
God.
Not even God!
One thing that you do notice is there appears to be a constant
Like water dripping?
dripping noise within this room in particular.
Do I?
Please be water, please
There
be water.
appears
please
to
be
be
water.
there appears to be a long corridor that stretches out from. So you guys enter
Mm-hmm.
at the back wall. There is nothing on your left-hand side save for a series of what looks to be filing systems that are just shoved into shelves. Ahead of you, there appears to be more files that run along the walls and a large, elaborate archway with a long corridor reaching ahead. You can see a faint glow at the end of that corridor and interspersed throughout the corridor. On the right-hand side, there also appears to be a corridor, but this one has a wrought iron gate in front of it as well. The gate is currently shut, but there appears to be a faint flicker of light from beyond in that corridor.
Do we want to just like wait here until we need to go back up again, or like?
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any scuttling or noises or people hiding behind things?
Yeah,
moving
make a
around?
perception check.
And can I look for the source of the
That
dripping?
does not count.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Oh, finally! A natural.
Unless you're running your hand along things and like actually physically
is a
looking
20,
for
right?
it.
No,
You're
that's
just looking
fine.
around the room. Yeah,
Well, I guess I'm like hunting for the source.
investigation then.
Yeah. Or like listening to which direction it's coming from, or I don't know. Investigation, you said?
Yep.
9.
With a 9, you begin to run your hand along the walls, and on the left-hand side, where you think you hear the sound coming from, you run your hands along this shelf and you go down, 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 down until you you look at your hand. It appears you've given yourself a paper cut.
Aww.
No, buddy.
I don't know how that works. How does that work for a...
You tell me.
It's still flesh.
The skin, like, splits open, and underneath is, like, this...
Gravel.
It's like the thing.
Ribbons of gold.
Nice.
I'm
Is
gonna-
your blood gold?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it is.
I'm assuming
But
that
not, like, actual gold.
so
Piss blood,
Earth
piss blood.
Genasi are still
Humanoid.
so it would still be flesh, not like completely stone. It just appears that way, I think, is my understanding of it anyway. So your veins, I'm assuming, like the marble veins, I just assumed were like anybody's veins usually.
That's
So-
cool. That's cool. So lots of fucking veins, really. Lots of gold everywhere. Or as much as gold veins as you want. That's cool.
I'm
Just the
gonna
prominent ones.
pull my hand around.
Mhm.
Can I investigate a bit more closely and see what it was that I cut my hand on?
Yeah, you want to pull the file from the shelf?
That's a file.
It's paper.
Well,
You got a paper cut.
yeah, like I know it's called a paper cut, but like you
Yes,
get paper
but-
cut from things that aren't paper, right? Right, guys?
No.
Right?
Like a razor blade.
No,
Knife?
that's just a
That's just a regular
general
cut.
cut.
That's just right, guys.
I think you can from really fine thin material,
Like
right?
paper?
But like usually paper.
Yeah, I gotcha. Wait, so it was stonework, and it's like transitioned to a bookshelf, or
Yeah, I don't know if I made it clear. There are files running along.
So it's like an office space almost.
Yeah.
are there a lot of files? Are they like books? Or
Some of them are.
Is it organized or is it just chaos?
It seems to be organized.
Are there titles or anything above?
Which
all the
languages do you
sections?
speak?
Common.
You can't read them.
I'm gonna try to get people's attention by like waving my hands around and pointing towards the shelves.
Looks at the shelves.
What languages do you guys speak?
Speak Infernal.
It's not infernal.
Necronoma comes on there. Oh, guys, I can read this one.
Druid. Elvish and Sylvan.
It is Elvish, so you
I
would be
can
able
also
to read it.
read Elvish, yeah.
They appear to be like quarterly estimates. There are reports and stuff like that.
Invest.
Finance bros.
It's just reports on like gold and stuff.
Can I pull out one of the files?
Yeah.
And is the light in here bright enough to be able to?
There's almost no light in here. It's just the dim, kind
You
of
have
echoing light.
Dark vision, doesn't recognize.
You should. Did I get anything with my perception?
I was gonna say, what did you? roll?
Natural 24,
I have-
23.
You hear the faint sound of voices from the corridor ahead of you. Not the one
Okay.
on the right, the one ahead of you.
Okay. There are. I
They
will-
don't seem to be yelling or anything.
Is it
It's
like
just
whispered?
like a.
Okay. I'll like alert the group, kind of like in a weird like thieves' candy sign language, just to more or less get their attention. Be like,
This is the signal.
yes, no. I'll just get their attention.
Fuck you.
Gesture to the front corridor, and then
Yeah.
like people are talking, whispered down that way.
Zahryn, what is the cranky one saying?
Come here now.
Ah,
I will whisper the fact that there are people down that corridor talking
Mhm.
and that you should try your best to be quiet.
I'll go sit on the stairs.
Good
Clank,
job, buddy.
clank,
Clanking,
clank.
Sit down and wait.
You know what? He's sitting down, guys, okay? This is good.
You pull one of the files off the shelf.
I assume
Um,
I can't read it.
Some of it is written in common. A lot of it appears to be talking about specific products that they sell, so cheeses and wines. You do gather that this particular room belongs to. Actually, let me just double check my map that to the Torrigs. But you do see within the file there are comparison graphs to the Lauer and Karasti families.
I'm just gonna put it back.
Okay.
Well, actually, what do the comparisons show? Do they show them succeeding in comparison or struggling?
Some of them do. Depends on how far into the file you go. The most recent ones show that the Torrig family is above the Lauer family.
Wonder why.
And the Karasti family has fallen behind. But they are still like only a little bit ahead of the Lauer family.
Okay. How do you spell Lauer and Karasti?
Karasti is spelled Kerasti.
That makes sense, right? One of the Torrigs was accused of using
Yeah,
druidic magic. right?
Allegra. Yeah.
And Lauer is Lougher.
So Lauer is, I suppose, like a vassal of the Torrigs, in a way, so they're beneath the Torrigs. And then the Karasti are like a rival that's fallen behind.
You don't know that.
Cool.
You can roll a history check if you like.
I thought that was just one.
But I was just saying there are 3 bars on the graph.
Okay.
Lauer is only a little bit behind the Torrig family, and then Karasti has fallen quite a long way behind both of them.
If I take a look at this graph, does it what page is he on? Is he like in a middle page, or is he like, have you opened like the first page?
I would assume this would be one of the first 2 pages that
Okay.
you're looking at. So this is the most recent graph they have for this
The
particular
most
product.
recent
Yeah.
graph. I want one of the older ones. Can I grab one of the other
Yeah.
files and like look at to compare the Torregs?
Does this file have more dated information in it as well?
It does, yeah. If you want it to flick
Well, I might.
to the
I'll,
back.
I'll
Yeah.
show it to you as well.
Yeah.
I'll hold the torch for you.
You are able to go back about 5 years.
Okay. I want to like look for big influxes. Like I want to see if the Torregs are doing lower than or
Well-
middling, and then to see if somehow there's a massive spike.
One thing that you notice is the Karasti family were they were the top dog in that 5-year period, and the Lauers were only like a little bit beneath them. The Torrig family appears to be well below.
And does that appear to be the case for majority of the years? And then in the most recent reports that Nero found, they seem to be.
As time goes on,
Mm-hmm.
the Karasti family appears to drop down significantly, but the Lauers pretty much stay where they are,
Mm-hmm.
and the Torrig seems to rise with the
Okay.
Karastis fall.
Okay. Interesting. That's good. Yep. I get.
Reroll rocks.
The political intrigue has begun already. Would I do that to you guys? That's
Perhaps it's no
crazy.
coincidence that Allegra was due to be executed after all.
Perhaps it's a good time to buy some shares.
What?
These fine.
What is this? What is a share?
The Karasti, the Torrig, and the. Do we know who's like? Obviously, I wasn't reading any signs in a panic. Do we know whose cellar this is?
No,
I'm
you can
assuming that-
infer. You can infer. It seems like the Torrig family.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably the Torrigs because these files show that. So.
Who did you say? Who did the person say? The guy in the alley. Who did he say that this cellar system belonged to?
No. Yeah, no. You did. No. You're right. He did say to you guys that it belonged to a Torrig.
He
like the
said
Torrig family.
Torrig and Karasti, I believe.
How is it owned by both?
Where,
B.
but didn't you just say that the Karastis have been like continuously like steadfast the entire time.
That's the Lowers.
And the Lowers.
Yeah.
So the
So
grass is
why would
normal.
the top dogs and the bottom dogs have a shared cellar?
Doesn't make sense. Also, how do they have the figures on each other's performance? Maybe they got some sort of like spy
Maybe it's
system on there.
it's some weird public reports that they're keeping and
Would I
gloating
do
about.
that, guys?
Or it's all like just
Yeah,
collusion. It's like a Woolies and Coles situation.
I
I'm
have.
sorry, wait. Just so I don't get sued, I'm just trolling. They wouldn't do that.
I just want to say that I have the keen mind feat, so I take these graphs and numbers down very acutely.
Yeah, nice.
Good
Okay.
job, buddy.
Good job. You're putting the emphasis in the DM to do the memory for you.
Yeah.
And you guys.
Well, they don't expect me to do
Don't
it.
worry.
Exactly. I don't need to take notes. My character remembers everything.
Yeah, it's called Leah. Can I have your notebook, please? Can
You
I
want to
have
know what's worse than being the note taker? Being the DM.
Molly, you want to not be back there?
Hi, Molly. Hello, horse. Everybody. Yay. The horse. Look at her.
Excuse me.
The horse.
Okay. Okay, fine. Interesting. More importantly, do we want to go and... Whispered, obviously. Do we want to go and deal with what the people are doing down there?
No.
There are the staff members, because remember, this place was locked.
Why would we want to go?
I think a lot of. I mean, we normally lock our stores as well.
Do you lock yourselves in your own cellars? Do you lock yourself in your own
You can
store?
obviously see that this cellar is big. Of course, there are going to be people patrolling it. That's probably their jobs, and they don't know what's going on up
Okay.
above.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna also, unless something happens, I'm just gonna ready an action in case someone comes and attacks us. To shoot.
I think the best course of action would be because Drefan, although not meaning it, did bring some of those people down the alleyway. I think the best course of action would be to possibly find another exit.
I think we can just wait, right? The town guard will come through eventually. We can assist in driving back the creatures.
You have a lot of faith in the town
I'm so
guard.
nervous.
Why?
We're trespassing if we go one way, and we're going to
We're
be murdered by fungal beasts. if we
Yeah,
go
it's
another way.
I think it's valid trespassing. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
Is fear for your life an excuse for like legal? Holly, give me your legal insights. If you're like scared for your
Well-
life, and you break into someone's house to hide, can you still get done for trespassing?
Yes.
Well, there we go.
I'm assuming I
But
would know.
only if they're like a super asshole. But you
Yeah.
can use, I believe, you can use certain defenses like extraordinary circumstances, which would probably
Yeah,
be.
like if someone was chasing you with a knife, you trespass into someone's house, like because their door was unlocked, and then you.
Please help.
No, you just like open the door because their front door was unlocked, and then you go in and lock it, and they go, "What are you doing?" You're like, "There's a guy with a knife out
But
there."
there are lots of cases in the law, just in general, of people who have gone into a house to do like illegal things, like to steal stuff, and they have been like sued for trespass, basically. But they get away with it.
Because
It depends on the situation, but
Okay.
it's like if you here's a case that I think is just like absolutely crazy. Somebody trespassed into a house, and the floor wasn't finished, so they fell through the floor and hurt their ankle, and they sued the
I
owners of the
remember
house.
you telling me this.
They sued the owners of the house because it was
unsafe.
and they injured themselves.
And
So
they
it was
won, didn't they?
negligent because they didn't have any signs or
Yeah.
anything up.
hot
So-
take, I think it's valid.
That's
we can talk
why,
about it later.
yeah, that's why
Yeah.
some people have the sign saying that there's dogs in their backyard and stuff like that, so that if the dog ends up attacking a trespasser, we can be like, "We had a sign up, your fault."
Yeah,
Real. No shit.
that's why we have heaps of signs at work saying danger, flammable objects, and like dangerous chemicals here, so the kid
Unfortunately,
hurts
no.
themselves.
Doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Really?
Even if there's a
Yeah.
sign up.
Doesn't count.
I thought the signs were like kind of like waved them.
No.
Yeah,
If-
I have a sign on my front door that says, "If I kill you, it's your own fault." You can't
Well,
sue
that's
me."
Okay,
that's the thing.
that's a good
like, there are a lot
point.
of cases where people have like signs on there saying no trespassing, no junk mail, that sort of stuff. There's no like legal. It doesn't set any legal precedent, which
Yeah,
kind of
that's true.
sucks.
They'll still give you junk mail.
If you put junk mail in a mailbox that has no junk mail on it, then you're just a loser.
Yeah.
I mean, can you put up, I suppose, like, if you put, like, please wear appropriate PPE when entering this, like a construction site sign, would that be a relevant signage?
Yes.
Just put up a sign, please wear appropriate personal
Active
protection.
construction site.
Active construction site.
But it
Keep
has
out.
to be so clear that it's like impossible to miss. And you have to have like multiple instances of it. You have to have done everything possible in your power to avoid it, and then you won't get sued. It is true because you have to provide notice for the person who's trespassing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, sir. I can't help to notice that you're trespassing on my property. Be careful of the hole.
It's so
in the
stupid. It's
living
just
room.
like here is one of my favorite facts. Stream, you're now getting this as well. You can't sue somebody for assault if you couldn't see them. So
Damn.
if you want to sue, if somebody grabs you from behind and beats the shit out of you, guess what? You can't sue them for assault because you didn't see it coming.
Get wrecked, losers.
And that's a true fact about our legal system. But you can charge them with assault under criminal law. You just can't sue them civilly.
Oh, really? I've been lying to so many people.
Yeah, it's alright. You can just grab him from behind. They can't charge you with assault if you go from behind him.
Oh, James! Oh, James!
I thought I made it clear, like civilly, not criminally. But that's
I
that's on me.
always miss the
To be fair, if you can't see them coming, then you can't like charge them with the crime of common assault. So that's kind of right, because you don't have to have like a physical injury, but you have to have a real fear that somebody's gonna like grab you. The two elements of assault are basically at the time that the assault was committed, you thought they were gonna assault you. If you can't see it, you can't really think it. And then they also had the intention at the time to assault you. So you're kind of right. You're not necessarily lying.
Cool.
Big pog.
Yeah. And that's how you get around the legal system, guys.
On that note, should we roll to break?
We can. Yeah, we can. If you guys want
A quick
to
little,
discuss some more about where you go, if you're going to find some exits or anything like that.
Yeah.
Scared?
I am
I'm
literally
literally so scared. Why now?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we going to break?
Yes, I think if you guys would like to go to break now, we can head to break.
10 o'clock's a good break time. Good break time.
Alrighty, we will be back. To our rambling. I
Thank
hope
you
you
for
guys
listening to our
learned
TED
something
Talk.
interesting about the legal system today. We'll be back in 15 minutes, I think.
Yep.
To resume the exploration of the cellars. I hope you guys have enjoyed the first part, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Ciao.
Goodbye.
They're eating the dogs,
The-
they're eating the
the-
cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Okay.
Oh.
Hang on. We should check this beforehand. Whoopsies.
It's alright.
Is it just completely gone?
Has it been pulled out?
Is it Joe?
Oh, there we go.
Did we do-
If
oh,
you're with
yay!
if you're with
Our
Trump
good
and you're with
friend
America,
Connor.
your cameras will not fail you.
Mercury's in the microwave.
You're eating the cats.
Welcome back, everybody. I don't know what to say. I feel like every time we start, something stupid's going on.
On the break, we're doing our best President of the United States of America impressions.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. In Springfield, they're eating the pets. Anyway, where last we left off, our party had managed to escape near death with the rot beasts that are making their way towards the making their way towards the wrought iron cellar door that our party now hides
Rot
in.
beasts. We didn't know that, and we still don't.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What?
I'm so
Put it away, Lucky.
Iron.
My career is at risk.
Oh, that took me a second to get it.
My career is at risk. What's there to get?
Let's say I'm enjoying the JD Vance
What's-
Cyclops one.
What's that again? My balls.
I mean, I didn't know who it was. I was like, oh,
We may not be your first choice for professional streams, but we're certainly your last. Least
kind of-
professional D&D stream available. We set the bar low, so you always look good.
I mean, that's not a
Look
bad
good
slogan.
on.
My
My
balls.
balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're all the sillies out now, right, everyone?
Yeah.
Right, Lockie?
Where the fuck you hear me?
I feel like it's not a real D&D session with Chronicle unless Leah does this for about 5 minutes and maybe cries.
And Lockie, put the phone away. Lockie, put the phone away. Lockie, we don't need any
Maybe
more
we
of them.
We need to ban phones at the table.
I don't have my phone at the table.
I've got a Leah phone.
Is yours dead?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the cameras are close now. You can show the camera really close.
Is your phone dead? Brother.
I was pretending to be better than everyone, but I have my phone out, but it's just because it's flat.
Lol.
You fool.
Okay.
No. Classic.
Anyway,
let's
the
move on.
party during the
Why?
during the break, the party kind of discussed what they were gonna do. Where they are at the moment in the cellar, they discovered some graphs that led them to assume that they were in the cellar with the Torog and the Karasti families. They heard some raised voices down one of the corridors, but they haven't investigated yet. So, guys, what are you gonna do?
I'd like to investigate the noises.
No!
No.
Yes,
Quietly.
Yes.
I'm a rogue. I could be quiet.
Yes.
So you're just leaving us?
I'm going to go check out what they are.
Yes.
See if they pose a threat and maybe they can help us.
I'm gonna sit
Why would they help?
downstairs.
We broke into their cellar.
Yeah, and I'm going to explain the situation to them, and hopefully they can win a whole.
If you're going to go talk to them, maybe I should go talk to them.
You are a valiant knight, after all.
Let me at least do some reconnaissance. Be right back.
Just don't be rude towards them, please.
I'm not going to talk to them. I'm just going to monitor. I
love to eavesdrop. Move, fatty.
I've got the conch, and I will stealthily try to get closer to listen to what they're talking
While
about.
he's gone, can I keep watch of the area to see, hear for anyone coming in any other directions or anything?
Yeah,
like
roll a perception check for me.
Can I give a help action?
Yeah.
Done.
Bear roll with
I will
advantage.
be your eyes.
Thanks.
It'll help.
23
Is that
on
advantage
stealth.
or disadvantage?
Advantage.
Whoa.
Nat 20.
Bro,
for
I don't even
20.
need to roll, but I'm going to. You want to do that again? Sorry. Do you want to make that
You
clear?
sound like Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr!
He laughs inwards.
Yeah, he does. That's what it sounded like. I'm so sorry.
You sound like Jimmy Carr. That's evil.
I'm Lord
That's
Farquaad.
Hey, to be fair, Jimmy Carr is funny.
You guys
So-
have not been kind to poor Leah this session. The comparisons have not been flattering.
We do not show mercy.
It's a compliment.
You laugh like Jimmy Carr.
Going strong.
Sorry.
Okay.
Who are you saluting?
The camera.
Oh my god.
We're saluting Lord Farquaad.
Fuck you all.
Yes, my lord.
That's so funny.
We've
No,
brought me
fuck
Lord
you,
back.
as you request, sir.
Yeah, fuck you. Thank you, Vidal.
Your recognition means everything.
Oh my god. Connor's like a...
I'm crying.
I've seen ankles today.
Loose women all around. It's crazy. I have to protect myself.
Have we composed ourselves?
Aha.
Aha.
Leah.
Do you have a laugh to share with the...
Fuck you all. I will never laugh again.
Very well, sire.
Thank you, my lord. My lord!
Why are we saluting my lord?
My lord!
My lord.
Milord!
Milady.
No. Macan.
What?
What?
Catan?
Khan.
Catan, yo. Guys, Catan.
Catan.
Catan's traumatized you.
It has.
Yeah.
I can't play it anymore.
This is going strong.
Alright. Shush.
I need to lock in.
Alright,
Need to
perception roll. Perception roll.
Lord bandwagon on my
Milord! Milord! Sadie, get in on this, Milord! Milord!
She is!
Yes.
Excellent.
Milord!
Not 20 for 26.
There we go. Let's do that first.
Very,
26 perception.
very impressive, my lord.
Well done, Milord!
Truly
My lord.
exquisite performance.
Oh god, not again.
Okay.
When you behold her.
You're looking out for any sounds of anybody approaching the cellar and the rot beasts, or just the rot beasts, just people
I
in
want
the
to just
cellar?
make sure that we are by ourselves in this little room waiting for Sarif to come
Okay.
back.
You keep an ear out. You can clearly hear Sarif moving along. You're on 26, sorry, and 23?
23.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you can.
You can hear the sounds of
Very
Sarif definitely moving to the opening of the corridor. For you, Sarif, you listen out and you can hear those undulating voices, these whispers that seem to grow louder the closer that you get to the mouth of the corridor. You can see that there is a faint
A flank?
a faint. There is a faint flickering
Uh-huh.
of light that is kind of interspersed for the next, I would say, 30 feet of
This
this
is a big ass cellar.
of this corridor. You can see that there are several doors that branch off, but those seem to be closed off with wooden doors, unlike the wrought iron gate that you'd seen on the other corridor and on the cellar entrance here. You can see at the end of the corridor there appears to be a turn to the left, and there appears to be a source of light coming from that side of the corridor as well. So you have a 30 feet to go. There are occasionally crates that are piled up to the side. It doesn't sound like there are any footsteps that are coming towards you now,
That's good.
but you do hear the sound of voices somewhere beyond in that corridor to the left.
And the walls are left-hand direction. And there are
Yeah.
how many doors? Like
There are
30
two.
foot? There are two. Okay.
Between this corridor and the turn.
Okay. And I don't see anyone.
No,
Okay, good.
you don't hear any footsteps coming towards
Can
you.
I quietly approach one of the doors and listen without being seen?
Yep. You approach which door first?
I'll-
The closest one to you, sorry, is the one on the right by about 10 feet.
Then I'll go to that one first.
You listen up there. Roll a perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
You don't hear any sounds.
Okay, cool.
There is a frosted window on the top of this door. Do you want to look in?
No. I'll just listen. If I don't hear anything, then I'm going to quietly go to the next door and listen,
Yep,
as, well,
sure.
listen as well.
You listen to the next door.
Yep.
Same thing. You don't hear anything within. There is a frosted window, but that's about it.
And I'll look down like the hallway to the left. Don't see anything. Are there more doors further down, or is it the light too?
It's just the left-hand turn.
Just left-hand
Are
turn.
you carrying a torch?
No.
You got Darcynd?
Yes.
It's just the left-hand turn, and there's some flickering light source coming from the left-hand turn at the end of this corridor. Otherwise, it's just a straight shot.
How sharp is this left-hand turn?
It's just a right angle, so
Okay.
it's straight to the left.
Okay. I'll like go to the left-hand turn. And, like,
Okay, you're looking.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
down the left hand turn.
You can see that there appears to be the corridor appears to open up. Before it was only like I would say 10 feet across.
Mhm.
This appears to open up to it would be 15 feet, roughly 15 to 17 feet.
Mhm.
And you can see that there is a cart track, like a mine cart track.
Ooh.
In the center, there are dozens of crates that are piled up at different intervals. Some of them are labeled like cheese, wine.
Okay, that's also going to be my
Different-
next question.
different
Wasn't the
liquor.
crates? It's just supplies. Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
They're just labeled with signs on the wall to say what should go where. One thing that you do see is a group of 2 people. So there's 2 people who appear to be exchanging heated whispers, and there appears to be another figure that is heading towards them with a torch held up, and you can see it just swaying as this person walks. The people that you can only see them from behind. They appear to be there is the cheese crates 5 feet to your right. On the other side, the wine crates are, I would say, maybe 12 feet on the other side.
To the left, yeah.
To the left.
Yep.
And there appears to be just a whole random mix of crates and barrels that are stacked up maybe only a foot or 2 beyond that on the right-hand side. And then you have the mine cart.
Okay.
These people are beyond the mine cart. They appear to be sitting on 2 stools. Their backs are facing towards you. And they're about not even 5 feet beyond the minecart.
What are they wearing? What's their attire? Do they look like they're like workers, or do they look?
They
like...
do look like workers. One of them
cool.
appears to be wearing a duster coat, not necessarily unlike yours, but it is very ratty. And it appears to be made of like a thicker, coarser material. Yours is quite well made. As far as they go, this seems a bit ratty and old.
Okay.
The other one appears to just be wearing your typical, like if you imagine somebody who'd be going to like a gold mine, wearing the suspenders, the rolled up shirt in like this pale blue. He's got the handkerchief around the neck. And he appears to be like rocking back and forward and talking to the person next to him.
Okay. Can I? So judging by their like demeanor and like their body language, they don't seem. Do they seem scared at all? Like, are they like fearful for the like knowing what's going on outside, or is it like they're just being normal because they have no idea what's going on? Outside?
Roll an insight check for me.
Yeah, I rolled your bad. I rolled a 7.
With a 7, it's hard to see because you're only seeing them from the back, but one of them appears to have his hands kind of clasped in between his knees, and the other one appears to be like wringing his hands and like rocking back and forward. He seems to like kind of be like running his hands through his hair, putting his like his hand on his forehead.
Okay.
And they appear to be still talking to each other.
Can I make out any sort of whispers that they're saying, or is it very hushed?
They're very hushed now.
Okay.
Do you want to roll specifically to listen? Roll a perception check for me.
How's your wisdom?
How's your whiz?
Not great. I'm an intern.
Bit yellow?
Yeah.
Bit yellow.
Need to drink more water.
It's from all
About 14.
the piss I drink.
What?
No, yes.
Excuse?
Can you elaborate?
Repeat?
Yeah,
Actually-
go
Something
Gatorade.
absurd.
Oh,
I
You
actually
must elaborate.
Your dice rolled a 15 for me.
don't think.
That doesn't. I'm just bad at rolling real dice.
Sorry, what did you roll?
14 total.
A 14 total. Okay. With a 14 total, you can make out snippets of words, but you'd need to move closer to hear the full thing.
Okay.
But you can hear. Listen, just calm down. It's not a big deal. All right, we'll sort it out when it happens. Is what you gather from the person on the left, and then person on the right, you can hear, but something, the casks, and that's what you make out. He appears to be much quieter than the other.
Guys, can I pose some talk outside of my character?
Off the table, yeah.
A little bit of chatter.
Here's Jimmy Carr.
A little chatter.
That's a James Carr too.
Yes, good sir.
That's me, Lord.
They've got these cellars that run. They seem quite extensive under the
Deep.
city.
Yeah, there's a minecart that must go fucking
Something was.
further around.
Someone's in the casks,
Yeah.
turning the damn
I
frogs
think
gay.
we've stumbled into something that we're
You're
not.
turning the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah, I think we've stumbled into some politics or some interworkings that we're not supposed to know and or see.
I reckon these guys are involved in the sus stuff that's happening. Just saying.
We
My
don't- I don't know.
Fiji,
I don't know. I can't,
tootsies.
we can't say for sure that they're related to this rot outbreak, but there's definitely some shady dealings going on.
I think that's what the guy
Maybe
always
he's-
said though.
Mm.
Did you say there were?
I'm kicking Leah.
Ah.
Because I hate gay people.
Don't say that on camera.
If they're looking at this, they've watched all of our stream footage. You only need to watch a second. Look at me. Do you think I'm gay, guys? Be honest.
What?
It doesn't matter. Like all they gotta do is clip that one section. And
That's
then
true.
It's over. They
That
don't have
is
the
true.
context.
Yeah.
I feel like I sound like a gay person though, so I should be fine. Sorry, continue.
Mm.
Please resume. Go on.
What are
Was-
you doing?
They're my feet. Don't worry.
They're playing.
Wait.
They're playing
Ew,
for sus.
his new shoes on!
Okay, that's even worse.
It's okay.
That's-
He doesn't know where.
Caressing you with his feet.
He doesn't know where these boots
Ew,
have been.
wow.
Ooh.
You don't know these feet have been.
Okay,
James, as you were
continue,
saying.
continue. As you
As
were.
I was saying,
As you were, my lord.
there are bottles of wine or barrels of wine?
Cars.
Cars.
Well,
there
there's
are
there's
barrels
crates.
and crates.
Yeah.
There appear to be crates and barrels in the wine section, but they could also be casks. The person on the right just said casks. That's all you call
Yeah.
it.
Oh, so they're in this room with these people.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go in and.
What?
What?
That's a pretty big jump,
No.
Sippy.
If this was Zeph, yes. If this is Sarif, no.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, I'm not even there, so.
Okay. Cool.
Please resume, my lord.
Could I get closer without being noticed?
Yeah. With a 23, you can sneak up to.
Closer. I hardly know her.
Just duct tape to one of their backs.
I'll watch.
I stand right behind them.
Yeah, I want to make out just a little bit more conversation and then tactical retreat.
Are you going to the cheese, the wine, the random assorted crates and barrels? Up to you.
Why not cheese?
The casks, surely.
Cheese, rice and cheese.
Rice and peas. That's for all my TikTok memes.
What?
You know the rice and peas? Nah, don't worry about it. The real G's know.
If there's if there's like a couple of stacked crates of cheese or whatever on top of each other, I'll like scurry over to that. Whatever is.
Looking at rice.
Scurry over to the cheese, rat man.
Yes.
Rice and peas.
Yeah, I'll scurry over to like any like stacked like cheese crates
Sure, yeah.
because I feel like if they're talking about casks, they might want to move them. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. You get a little bit closer.
Yep.
They don't appear to be.
Oh.
Is it the song? Yeah. Rice and peas. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
They don't appear to be talking much because there is that figure approaching with the torch swinging.
Yeah, that's how I was.
And as they get closer, you notice that it's not actually a torch; it's a lantern that's swinging from side to side. This person seems to be much better dressed than the other two. They appear to be clad in. It's like a very finely crafted woolen, almost like a trench coat. One of the shoulders, one of the sleeves appears to have been torn off at the shoulder, and you can see what appears to be like there's nothing beneath it, but you can see these stretches of metal that appear to kind of cross the bicep.
Ooh.
As they approach, they make no attempts to keep themselves quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I would say roll an insight check for me.
Pink. Come on.
Dream, believe, achieve. Rice and peace.
Well, that's a good roll. It's really good.
Shut up. I can't roll good insight for shit, and I'm meant to be good at it. It's just a 10.
A 10. The air definitely seems to shift, but it's hard to get a read on this new person that's approaching, who appears to be dressed in like a vest as well. Doesn't have a tie or a bow tie or anything on, but they seem to be very well put together.
Distinguishing features like height, race.
They appear to be human.
Human. What about the other two workers? Are they humans, elves, or anything?
Hard to see.
Do they have any like pointed ears that would at least?
I was gonna say you do see that the one on the right does seem to be a shorter stature.
Okay.
So you were thinking maybe dwarf, but it's hard to make out. The other one on the other side seems to be human as well.
Okay. Cool. All right.
The figure approaches and stops maybe a foot away from the other two, and you watch as they straighten. The person who is rocking on the right-hand side seems to just go completely rigid and still. He kind of turns his head towards the crates and over towards you. If he sees you, he doesn't make any indication. And then his eyes track back to the other two. What the hell were you thinking? It was just a mistake. It was just a mistake. We have no idea what the hell happened here. Enough. My turn to talk. He leans in.
I feel like I just walked in on like a fucking mob meeting or something. This is terrifying.
I paid you for a very specific purpose. One that was agreed upon not only by myself as your direct superior, but by my superiors as well. You were given a simple task. You contact one of your men on the inside. We get our information. We know exactly what we're planting and where. And you make sure that what I asked you to put into the casks is exactly what was supposed to be in there. So tell me now why I've got the Lowers and a Karaski asking why the fuck we spoiled their wine and why they're on a chopping block for it. We also have no idea what was put into the wine casks, because we stop. Your job was to find out from your men what it was that you were putting into the casks. So tell me, why is it that the people who we wanted to drink the casks, in fact, didn't drink them, and the people who did, from your inns and taverns that you supplied, were suddenly turning into these beasts? I mean, you're telling me that the poison you were supposed to procure was cut with fucking witch root. What's wrong with you?
Witch root.
Well, we don't know for sure that it was cut with witch root, and we don't know that these people actually, drunk any of it. Stop it! It's a simple job, and you fucked it up again. So now it looks like we were the bad guys, because none of our guys were on the chopping block. In fact, the person we were supposed to be saving happened to be on the chopping block herself. And did she get away? Of course she did. So now it looks like we tampered with witch root and brought Lochlan to the fucking town square. Well, it was honestly just, boss, we didn't move the units when you told us to. So we don't know who put them out there for the Lowers to drink and why they didn't drink it, because they weren't where they were supposed to be when we came back to grab them. Let me get this straight. Not only did you fuck up the poisoning and putting us on top for sure, you also happen to miss putting out the casks where they were supposed to go, when they were supposed to go. So the simple job of poisoning the Lowers and the Karastis to get them off our backs, you managed to instead let someone else move out our stock, put in the witch root while they were moving our stock. Is that what you're telling me? I suppose so.
I suppose so.
Well, see, we were supposed to supply Sintre with it, right? And when we came back, when we were sure where he was standing, we saw that the casks were already there. So we kind of thought that somebody else moved them. So why would I give you the job of moving these casks to Sintre's party, little shindig that he was hosting, to poison him and get rid of the Lowers and the Karastis?
Wait, what?
If I wanted somebody else to move the casks first. I mean, what kind of fucking idiots do you have to be, you lot? At this point...
Hang on, wait. So did he say that he was, like, planning on Sintre, like, also drinking the wine as well?
Party.
But that's a big deal because he's of, like, the Lucaran dynasty, which is a much more higher family, so... Fuck me.
Just take them all out.
Yeah. So, they planned to... So it was just meant to be poison, but it didn't get shipped to the right spots. It got put into taverns, and then someone...
Tampered with said poison.
Exactly. Whoever was moving it must have put the witch root in.
And is the witch root what's causing the rots to
Would I know
explode?
that? Would I know that with working with the arcane?
You can roll a history check.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell yeah, dog! 17.
Let me know if it's fixed.
Yes.
Sorry, what did you get?
17.
17. There are some people who think the witch root does cause the rots, but it's still an unclear conclusion.
Okay, excellent.
Some people say, depending on where in Balastria you are, some people say that it just exacerbates underlying cases of the rots. Some people say that it is the cause of the rots, but a lot of people conclude that it is actually related in some way, depending on how it's used.
Excellent. And hang on. Infected. this is fucking excellent. Holy shit. Other, I'm gonna say rots. Totally excellent, dude. Retro.
Totally radical, bro.
Could cause.
I play Pot of Greed.
How do you spell exacerbate?
EXACERBATE.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Exacerbate.
No worries.
Cause.
What are
Okay.
you thinking? What's cooking in that head of yours, Lockie?
So this gentleman, obviously, he's much more well presented and stuff like that. He hasn't given me a name, but does he have any like distinguishing like facial features that I can remember? Like his skin tone, does he have a scar, like funny colored eye, like hair color? I just want to make sure that I get a very good shot of his face, so I know who to look for around town. Same with one of these, preferably the shorter stature fellow. I want to make sure that I recognize him as well.
He actually hasn't spoken at all.
He hasn't spoken. The wine guy's been speaking. Because
yeah.
he's the cheese guy. Yeah. Well, who's the wine? Oh, I definitely want to like take a very good like, if I can, without obviously being noticed, like any distinguishing features of the wine guy and distinguishing features of.
You can't see the wine guy from where you are.
Okay.
That's
fine.
You do distinguishing features for the more distinguished gentleman.
Mhm.
You
Beyond clothing, because clothing can change.
you see that there's no scars or anything. He does have a very well kept beard. It's like short-ish, maybe a bit longer than yours. But beneath that, you can see at his collar there appears to be a red line that's been drawn, like over his clavicle and kind of cuts across the throat and just stops halfway through.
Does that look like a shitty tattoo, a marking, or like?
It looks like a marking or a brand of some
marking
sort.
or a brand. Okay.
Doesn't look like a specific tattoo necessarily.
Okay. Yeah, because I wouldn't have seen this guy before, so I'm just like, okay, yeah, interesting.
At this point, you watch as he snaps his head towards the other figure who's been crouching down. Alright, so tell me, then, if you two were supposed to be moving the casks and poisoning them, how it is that the carts here have been moving without our authorization? I mean, aren't you the ones who are supposed to be holding the keys? The figure kind of looks up, its head like kind of half tilted. Right, well, I sort of fell asleep. But honestly, like, I'm usually a really light sleeper. And I was just like, I was out and it didn't feel like real or anything. Like, it felt...
He's gonna get killed.
I don't know, it felt like somebody did it to me. Not like I was, falling asleep by myself. And so I went to... And I asked, did you see anybody creeping around? And then he said that. And then you see him get elbowed by the wine guy.
Yep. Next
to him. And the figure snaps his eyes back. He moves really slowly. So when his eyes transfer to the other figure, his head follows, like, after the fact.
Yeah.
So, if he's fallen asleep, what exactly were you doing? And it feels like a very dangerous air has kind of settled. I, honestly don't remember.
Don't remember? These guys must have had some spells cast on them.
Right,
Or it
so...
was plastered.
You don't remember because, and you watch as he paces over towards the wine, crate.
Mm-hmm.
Would you look at that? Looks like it's just been opened, and the nails put back in. And he opens it up with this kind of crack with one hand. He snaps open the lid.
Oh, okay, he's gone.
So, how do you explain this then? That several of our bowls are missing. You've been skimming on the side?
Is this guy gonna burst into the rots as well?
Oh, hopefully he's not stupid enough to drink that. Oh, he
About that, don't think that I don't know what goes on here. Don't think that I don't know that you've been selling our product on to those filthy fucking lowers to get yourself ahead. I know exactly what you are, and I feel like now would be a good time to settle any wheels you've got. He stays completely silent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll be dealing later with each other. He turns his back, and then, as an afterthought, turns back. If I were you, I would, while you're settling your wills, get the incentive of running hour here out of your mind, because it doesn't matter really where you go. I'll be able to find you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a whole heap of people asking us questions about why it is that our man on the blocks managed to escape the blocks, and why our product is currently under investigation
No, I wonder why.
by the Oculare. Because if the spiders get on my arse, well, I'll tell them just exactly whose plot this was, won't I? And that won't be very pleasant for you, because I've heard some real stories about what they do to people that appear to get on the wrong side of the codexes, if you know what I'm saying. And he walks on.
When he's saying that, like, my grip just sort of, like, tenses really tight and just sort of, like, shimmers. I'm just like...
And the lantern kind of...
Which way is he walking? Towards us or towards...
Nah, he's walking back the way he came. Yeah, okay, so not towards me.
And for a long time, that's the only sound you hear. The...
Wow. I'm going to use that opportunity to stealthily go back to the group, because they're looking in his direction, he's walking another direction. That's my perfect time to get back.
Yep.
And tell you guys everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that we definitely need to keep one of them alive, because now they're going to be witnesses.
Yep. You manage to head back to the group.
I tell them everything.
Mm-hmm.
This plot goes a lot deeper than we thought.
It is a lot of information. What is witch root?
It is like sort of like plant that can either, it's not confirmed, that it'll either give you the rots, or it'll exacerbate any dormant rots you have inside you.
I really don't think this is a safe place to be.
No, obviously not. I don't know who that gentleman was, but he was strong, and he commanded authority and put the fear of the gods in these two men.
Perhaps we should make our way out of here then.
We need them. We need one of those people alive. They are now they are witnesses. Their lives are not much longer lived. They messed up. Some of the powers caused them to miss where these shipments went and got these people infected and dying.
Well, you said to us that this man's going to find them wherever they go and kill them. Why would we want to be associated with them?
We need to get them to the Oculare quicker than he can find them.
Can we convince them to go to the Oculare?
Well, it's either the Oculare or death.
Perhaps death would be the kind of fate.
I strongly disagree. At least the Oculari, they'll be. If they get taken by the Oculari, they'll at least be institutionalized and imprisoned. But at least it's still a life. They'll return to society in time for the crimes they committed, but they're just acting on higher orders. Hopefully. I mean, if they're sadistic fucks, then they'll get what's coming to them in prison.
Had I ever interacted with Witcher in my
With
Witcher in my past at all? Or like know of it?
you can roll a nature check,
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
but nothing comes to mind immediately.
Okay. That's good. Oh, it's a nat 1 for a 3.
Damn, nice roll.
Sounds like witches might use it.
Oh, really?
To root?
Witchcraft!
Oh.
Yeah.
Little blue pill.
Now, listen. Drefan,
What?
you say you're good with people.
I can talk to people.
Do you want to put your people skills to the test?
Okay. What do you want me to do? Should we leave this place? I don't know.
Is
if
it
we
safe to? Is it even safe to leave this place?
Want... Let me go see and I can get up and start
Ah,
making...
dog.
You make noise when you go up the stairs.
Should I not go up these stairs?
Go check. They can't get in. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the two, like the cheese maker and the cast maker. Keep an eye to see if they're coming in our direction.
I'll come with
Sure.
you just in case. Let's
Nero.
go up the
Are we
stairs.
sending in the big guy? He's so loud.
Do you want me to go?
Clank, clank, clank.
I'll go
Clank,
have a-
clank.
I'll go have a quick look.
To
The iron doors are locked us in.
Okay, sure.
To see quietly, just to see if the rockkin is still out.
As you ascend the stairs, you don't see any sign of the rockkin.
Do I hear anything? Do I hear shuffling of soldiers? Do I hear?
Roll a perception check.
That's cocked. Ah, lovely. 18.
18. You hear very faintly sounds of clanging metal.
Sounds like clanging metal.
You gonna go join the fighting? Big night, man.
Yeah. Should we go join the fight?
On the way out,
That was
I
out
might,
of character. But I don't wanna. I'm a coward.
I'll come back and tell you all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think the reinforcements have finally arrived. You can go out if you want,
Thank God. Don't
but I
leave.
really think we should go and talk to one of them.
I suppose if they're responsible, we can discuss with them, see if we can convince them, but...
You're both very welcome to do that, but I want to get out of here. I'll see you at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Let me take a lockpick out of my pinky. There.
What is this?
Unlock the lock. We're locked in.
How am I...
How to unlock the lock?
With this piece of metal?
Oh, if you don't know how to do that, you can just, if you grab like both sides of the bars and just kind of push it off.
How about
I'll meet you at the door.
we'll go to the door. You two, can you look out for the other two?
Wait, are we going out or are we going
I'm gonna
up the den?
I'll go up the door and unlock it. I'm waiting. If you could like see if one of those other two are gonna come by and hopefully get their attention.
Are
Do
they
you want us
approaches?
to speak to other people?
No.
Oh, I can speak to other people, it's all good.
He can speak to people.
Why do I have to go?
Make sure he does it. I don't know.
You need to tell me what to say to them.
You're level-headed.
I'm level-headed.
He's headed.
I don't want to speak to
Yes,
them.
definitely headed.
Are they coming down the tunnel to
No.
us?
They're probably not coming.
Yeah, we'd have to go over to them.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just some guys that are running
Hey,
eavesdropping, and like we know everything.
Hey, you wanna go talk to the police about it?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
also,
I'll stick with my original plan.
We've kind of.
I'll leave the lockpick with you, Nero. Have fun if you really want to get out, but let's quickly go. I want to go talk to these people. Well.
Alright, I will come with to talk with them.
Okay, and I will not be stealthy. I'll be with Drefan.
Okay, sure, yeah. You're walking up to them? Okay. You guys are not making any attempt to be quiet.
No.
Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. You can see that the two of them are standing now, speaking to each other rapidly, They appear to be speaking in like hushed whispers, and as you round the corner, you can see their heads snap over to you.
In terms of, I suppose, telegraphing it. Hello, we're just making sure the cellars are clear. There is some issues outside right now. We're just making sure everyone is safe.
Roll a deception check.
This guy, the door's locked. But he is wearing knight's armor. It's fine.
Deception 13.
13. One of them still pulls a knife towards you and holds it in front of them. Kind of stops and looks at you.
I suppose I've got a shield out, but no weapon out, and you got the full the order.
Yeah, same. I'm unarmed.
The order's logo just kind of plastered on it.
I ain't never seen you lot.
No, I'm a paladin. We are just making sure everyone is safe. We're wondering if anyone knows about what caused the horrific doggy creature thing with like the mushrooms and all that, and the teeth. The upstairs in the streets.
And you just happened to come down the stairs of a locked.
Well,
cellar.
when something like that is trying to eat you, you kind of, life finds a way.
You have to understand, we were running for our lives.
And yet you're clearing the cellars, but you're
Beg your
running for your
pardon?
lives?
Uh-oh.
We came down to the cellars because it is,
I-
different sense. We all...
But your friend here,
Yeah.
the paladin,
Hmm.
just said that
Yeah.
you were checking the cellars were clear.
Yeah.
In
You
case
know.
so there's no other rot monsters down here. Maybe they found their way.
Consolidate forces into one group, so we've got a better chance of survival.
Well, as you can see, there's no rot monsters here, so you may as well go where you came from.
Are you not aware of all the catastrophe that is happening upstairs?
Do you know anything about the catastrophe that is happening upstairs?
Only what you've just told us.
Well,
That's interesting.
Hmm.
That's really interesting, actually.
And why is that? Paladin?
Well, there was a thing about, there was the death threat thing where one of you is going to be murdered, right?
no, I love this. I love this so much. This is good.
You've kind of got the option here of, you come with us and you go to the authorities and you hope that they can save you, or you die. I mean, it's really one or the other, right?
Unless you went to a big scary boss with a red mark to absolutely pop your heads off right away.
Oh, I'd like my head where it is,
I think you guys would like your heads where they are too. We're offering you good alternatives.
I think I like yours on the floor.
We're not here for violence.
Oh,
friends.
really? So you just threaten us?
No.
I'm just giving
We're
you
offering you an
options.
opportunity to save your lives.
It's so jovial.
Come, confess to the
What is that
Oculara
for?
what has happened here. Who that strange man that you were
You
talking
think
to
the
before.
Oculari are gonna fucking save us?
Of course they will.
You know nothing.
I know a lot more than you.
He
think,
sheaths his
young man.
knife, go on, and drags the other one with him down the corridor.
Well, they're probably going to tell the big guy about it, if I was to guess. However, they're going to be dead soon anyway. Well, we should probably head back to the doorway.
You better include us in your wills then.
You'll be writing your own soon.
I doubt that very much.
Well, I've gotten pretty close a couple times.
They're still walking away from you down the corridor.
Have a good day.
I'm
Do
not
not get
I'm
eaten
not,
by a
I'm not
monster.
shooting. I'm not shooting.
You can try again, if you want. Are you trying to persuade them or threaten them?
I
because-
want to persuade them.
I'm trying to persuade them.
Because I think the way that it was perceived for them came across as a threat. So if you'd like to persuade them, now would be the chance to roll a persuasion check for it.
That man you were talking to, I obviously do not know who he is. I do not need to know. Not right now. But I saw before the fear of the gods that he put in you. What did he say? He said he was gonna write your wills. No man, every man should write their own will and go on the terms that they want to go. You are just workers, are you not?
Roll a persuasion check.
I don't want to roll the persuasion check. That's why I wanted him here.
You're getting...
You can try as well. It's team effort.
I mean, look, I have a lot of friends in wealthy places. I have got a lot of powerful friends, more powerful than them at least. I come from quite a... I'll show the order sign again. I'm not exactly a minor figure. You know, we'll be safe.
What'd you get?
I rolled.
Okay, and you want to roll a persuasion check for me as well?
Yes.
Oh, you both rolled the same thing.
13.
13?
7.
Okay. Do you really think, he turns like slightly towards you, do you really think that you lot can protect us from them? You're obviously foreigners.
I lived here once, albeit short and a very long time ago, but I used to I know some people in the Oculare. They could help you. They'll take your statements, your testimonies, make sure you two are protected, your family is protected.
Look, if they want to die, they can die. I'm going to go back.
All life is no. All life is precious. Everybody deserves a fair chance.
Hey, I'm not going to stop them from having that little last stand, though. If they want to
That
go
is in
die,
that, and look, and
they
that
can go that way. If they want to survive, they can come this way with us. But
You're
we have other lives to save.
you're stuck in a bad
Things
situation.
are going well, and now they're not so going well. Continue. Yep.
You're stuck in bad situations. I can only assume. You're trying to look out for yourselves and your loved ones. I can only assume. Judging by your characters, you seem to be hardworking people, stuck down working in cellars, moving casks of wine and cheese and other paraphernalia for these big five-polluting houses.
If you lived here once, then you know what they're like. We got in with the wrong crowd.
It's not too late to get out.
Go to the Oculare, we know what they do to people like us. We're forgettable. Once our use has been finished with, we've got nothing left to be alive for. And you know, these people seem to find their way into the ranks of the Oculare and the other higher ups. So forgive me if your threatening friend over here doesn't really bestow in us any sort of confidence.
I'll kind of open up my coat and I'll go into like the pocket. I'll be like, hand up like non-threateningly. I'll pull out my old like symbol, my old like badge essentially, to show that I was with the Oculari. Like, look, I used to work with them many years ago. There were definitely some bad ones, but there are a lot more good. I can get you in touch with the right people.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
16! 17 minus 1.
Now all you gotta do is tell them they're gonna die again.
We cannot let evil and corruption like this go without punishment. Proper punishment. Obviously, there's a lot more lattice and interworkings here than we do not understand. But if you could help us understand even just a little, we can cut the head off the snake properly. You might be the saviors.
Two more grow back. Hail Hydra.
You could be the you two. No, it won't be us. You could be the saviors of Erasnia.
Your Ocularo friends, they're here now, are they?
My friends are based in the capital.
So you're asking us to go to talk to people you don't even know are here?
I have a good eye for the good and the bad. Trust me. If you do the right thing, I promise you, the good thing will come out. Look, you'll be rewarded with the good. And if bad people try to hurt you, then we'll stop them.
Right. But this one stays ahead of both of us. Just where we can see him.
He's very good. He's a very. You literally should have seen him before. He jumped up like 20 feet up onto a building, avoiding 12 of the rot monsters.
Alright, and he also came down here and threatened us twice, so...
Yeah, I threatened you. I told you what would happen if your boss was you.
Stop,
Anyway, I'm going
He's just a very honest and he's just a very honest is not the right word. He's just a man. He's just a man.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a man.
He's just a man.
He's just a man.
He's just a guy.
roll persuasions.
I have some more friends further up ahead who hid with us.
Okay.
They're with me. From what I heard outside, the threat might have died down. You've got to tell the right people that these casks were poisoned and were laced with witchroot.
All right. Lead the way.
I'll lead the way.
Okay, you guys join back up with the rest of the group.
Who's that?
I didn't actually properly ask your names. I'm Sarif.
You just turn around.
I'm not asking what their names are. Who are they? I'm not asking for their names.
I'm asking for their names. These two are our witnesses.
Hi.
I don't want to be involved with this at all.
He is playing the guy. No, you have no idea. No, unlike it or not, you're involved now.
Oh well, let us go to the surface and hopefully not get eaten by horrible mushroom dog things. Woo.
So, what are your names?
Well, I'm Charis. And this here is Tamlin.
Is it Charis? CH.
Charys.
Charis and what was the other fellow's name?
Tamlin. So
Tamlin.
Otamlin.
Excellent.
And my name is Boris Miller, son of John Miller.
No, it's not.
Which one was?
Roll a deception.
Which one was which?
So Charis is the wine guy,
Charis is the
and
wine
then the quieter dwarf is Otamlin.
So Charis is the one that got blasted and was just like.
Well, he was at least selling. Yeah, and he was selling wine on the side to the other houses for profit.
8.
8. Right.
Look, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm not going to say anything to anyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I just don't want to be involved.
He's a bit scared.
My friend, all you need to do is say the truth, make sure these people get proper rights and the proper justice, and the true evil gets their well-deserved
Where are we
justice.
taking them?
All I know.
We gotta take them to the Oculare, of course.
Where?
I'm sure amazing. I lived here a long time ago. I would know that there's like a sort of like an outpost, like a cop shop, of like where the
Yeah.
Oculare are
Yep,
based.
there's a barracks, yeah.
Yeah, the barracks. That's where I would go. Assuming it's safe outside.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh. Drefan will take the front, I guess, and
Okay.
open the cellar door.
With your
Force?
strength?
Oh, you open the door.
No.
Oh.
I'll
I was gonna say, so are you pushing or are you gonna
I'll
wait
knock.
for?
I'll
Okay,
knock. Hang on.
Alright, roll another check.
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
true.
Oh.
8.
The lockpick seems to get stuck and kind of
shit.
jammed in.
Hang on, because it's my pinky. Hang on. Ah. Oh, this is awkward. You fellas don't happen to have keys, do you?
Yeah. And he just pushes you out of the way and then
Oh, my pinky!
unlocks it.
Thanks.
Yeah, alright. You're welcome.
I will take the front.
Can I? Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Well,
Can you see anyone up ahead? Any more of those beasts?
are you getting to the mouth of the alleyway?
Yep.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
10.
A 10, you don't see any at the moment, but you can hear raised voices from the town square and the sound of footsteps, like marching.
What do you hear?
There is shouting from where the square is, and then there is armored footsteps about. So it sounds like a group of soldiers.
Better than Rotkin.
They're people too.
Where should we head?
Near the barracks.
Where is the
Yes,
barracks?
we don't know where that is. You're the one that lived here.
Keen mind, where was the barracks?
You do actually have to go to the town square in order to get to the barracks.
Yeah.
It's kind of from where you guys are now, it's to the right in like one of the offshoot diagonal alleys, but it's like 3 or so doors down.
I say that but in French.
You can. These guys, honestly, they've got a pretty.
Sacre bleu!
These guys have a pretty good excuse because none of them like tampered with the wine, right? Someone else tampered with it.
Exactly.
Like they were told to tamper with it, they
Mhm.
didn't.
Mhm.
Someone else did. Well, yeah. Good luck convincing the authorities of that.
No,
Also-
but they know, but they like.
It
but-
was also still poisoned.
Yeah, then they were under the employ of someone even higher up. Like, and they know who that is.
They were threatened that something bad was going to happen. Like they had no choice.
Exactly.
You guys need to get this guy. This guy's a lawyer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Better call Saul.
What they call safe.
I'll loose my flail from its holster. And I
You did
will,
not get there.
and I'll start moving towards the town square.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll have an arrow just knocked, just in case there's like fucking monsters.
Okay. You guys approach the town square.
Mhm.
Everything around you is still deserted. So you can hear the sounds of the armored footsteps falling in perfect sync from where you are at the start of the alley.
They're frozen.
Aha! Sexy.
Slay. Is it fixed? Yes.
Yes.
And the broken window where you'd seen one of the beasts devouring somebody appears to still have blood dripping from it, but there's no sign of any corpse of the rot beast or of any corpse of the person left. As you approach the town square, you can see that there are lines and lines of people bustling around. There appear to be soldiers who are lining up in rows, and there are medics. And for you would recognize a lot of them as the people who are brought in to look at any sort of, like, they're a specific branch of the Ocularo. They're basically the crime scene cleaners, where they look for any sort of
fucking
heretical,
sick. Yeah.
anything heretical going on. They look for anything out of the ordinary. They deal with the weird arcane.
Do they have like a name? Like I was an expulse. The spiders are
Atrasara, yeah.
Atrasara. What are they called?
Let me find in my notes. Apologize.
Go the long way around,
We could.
please.
I was gonna say the crime scene would be the perfect people to report this to because they know what was the source of it.
Okay.
Mm.
You guys go do that. I'll hang out here. I'll hang out with this guy here and calm him down, and we'll have some therapy sessions.
It's okay, Nero. We're doing good. You survived like an outbreak attack.
They are called Adites.
Adites.
So EIDYTES.
T-E-S.
The Adites.
Did they have like a code name as well? Like the Atrasia, like the spiders? Or are they just called the Erudites?
The Adites?
The Adites, sorry.
They don't have a specific name.
Cool.
Sometimes they're referred to as the Sisters.
The Sisters. Thank you. That's awesome. The Sisters. Magical.
Occasionally, depending on where you are in Balastria, they also refer to them specifically as Weird Sisters, but that's pretty much...
Magical cleanup crew for crime scenes. Fucking sick as.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They're quite well respected. They deal with all the sort of weird stuff, so they're usually very experienced arcane practitioners. But a lot of them have like the best way to describe it is they just have a weird disposition that unsettles people because they are more used to dealing with strange arcane stuff and heretics, so people kind of think they're like aligned with them, but they just work for the Inquiry on Order.
Cool.
Yep. You can see them sort of bustling around. They appear to have covered large masses under sheets of, like, you can see them throwing sheets over corpses, you assume, of some of the rot beasts, but they quickly seem to vanish from sight. It looks like they've thrown something like an invisibility or a camouflage cloak over them. So it appears like they're just carrying stretchers in between them that have nothing on them.
Oh, that's cool.
So
So you don't see the gruesomeness of like messed up bodies and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
And send people into a panic that there's like rot beasts in the street.
And you see them carrying them down towards where the Oculari are based. But you can see the lines and lines of Oculari. There's 3 lines of them, and there's about 10 to 12 in a line, and they are all they appear to be performing some sort of routine and marching, and you can see that there is a figure who is hurtling towards them, like not running, but he is walking so quickly and with so much purpose. You can just see the helmet kind of coming into view as he comes from the opposite diagonal from the Oculari building. And they all kind of pivot and lock into place in their lines, and you can see this figure begins to approach, and he becomes more clear to you as the Adites move out of the area. It's a very intimidating presence. How tall are you?
6'5".
Roughly, like, a little bit shorter than you. Not hugely. Not quite as muscular and not wearing as much armor. What you see, Sarif, that they are wearing is typical of mage armor. So it appears to be leather for the most part. But it is much lighter, and you can see there are certain like holsters and things on the side that have like all of these jars carrying different spell components, you think. There is a focus and a knife strapped together on their thigh. They wear a really long, elaborate duster coat made entirely of... It's like a rich, reddy brown kind of colour. It looks well worn. And it seems to kind of... I mean, you guys are a little bit far away, but it seems to give off this sort of gold dust that kind of just flies off in like puffs of this gold dust as they move. There is a brooch that you're too far away to see, but it is fixed to the right lapel. And the helmet that covered their face, you watch as they flick a switch and the visor completely recedes and turns into like a necklace.
That's cool.
Kind of.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the figure steps towards the Oculari and begins to just yell at the top of their voice.
Okay, he sounds like that he's in charge, or they're in charge. So that's a good start.
Yep. Are you guys getting closer? Are you heading towards the Oculare building? Are you heading towards the Weird Sisters? What would you guys like to do?
You know, I think Nero is pretty stressed out, and bringing him to a place where he will get more stressed out is not the best for him. Would you rather stay behind and calm yourself down? I'll stay with you. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's nice of you, Zahryn. Where should we take these two to?
We've got to take them to the barracks.
You're going to walk through all of this.
Yes.
Well, for one, I'm going to talk to that person
Are
over
there
there.
any other civilians?
You can see some of them appear to be like looking through curtains, like from the upper balconies, storefronts and things like that.
I will not make you do anything you don't want to do.
What I don't want to do is go there.
That's okay.
Okay.
We will go possibly to our inn room that we were staying at, or somewhere else.
We were somewhere else, so I can find you later. The inn room.
Yeah,
Okay.
inn room later tonight if we're not there.
Okay.
But we'll be there.
So the party's splitting?
Yeah, I'm giving this guy a therapy session.
Okay, sure.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm helping
He's
him.
just
He's
a guy.
scared.
I'm
Sure,
literally
yeah.
like defenseless
I'm just gonna go get him
little
some
guy.
tea and calm down.
Tea and Vickies.
Yeah, let's go for some tea and
Beamskit?
Vickies.
Tea with a little bit of boomskit.
Yes.
Bibskit? I love Bibskit.
I'm already happy.
Okay.
I've relaxed.
Sure. And you guys are heading to the figure who is screaming their head off.
We will slow down at a safe distance, and I'll make sure that the symbol of the Order with the Rose is front and center in front of me on the shield. Just so it's clear like where I am coming from. When I'll keep the weapon holstered, and we'll march with the two of them behind us.
You in front, and we'll have them sandwiched in the middle, just in case so no one sneaks up behind them.
Okay, cool. When you get into like audible distance, you immediately hear this drill sergeant barking at them. You fucking maggots!
Yeah.
Tell me why I get called out here to do it, you stupid fucking asses, every single time you can't keep any of the important people safe. Rotkin are crawling all over your fucking place. The lot of yous didn't even make your way out into the crowd. Where the hell were you? Don't you get paid to do that shit? And he's just running at them.
Reminds me of the capital.
I think we should wait here for a little bit until they notice us.
I agree.
He goes on and on for about 10 minutes. And he eventually kind of wraps up. Listen here, you fucking lousy, stupid assholes. If I get called out here to deal with your stupid asses again, I'm gonna be pissed off. So all of you better be getting on your way to do the patrols that you're supposed to be doing. And they pretty quickly break and go. And he is heading towards the Weird Sisters, but do you guys intercept him?
I'll say, as he's like wrapping everything up, I'll be like, very well said. Reminds me of the sergeants I reported to back in the capital.
He kind of wheels around to you, crosses his arms, and who the fuck are you?
I'm Sir Drefan Glory,
I am Sarif Detroit.
and we may have information that may assist in your investigation.
Fucking great! Okay, what is it?
It would be best if it was discussed in safer quarters, perhaps.
Oh my god. I'm assuming it involves these two lousy assholes.
Yes, they have witnessed certain events that may be able to help resolve some of the issues from what occurred.
Well, everybody and their grandma witnessed certain events here, didn't they? So
But-
what makes them special?
They might have They have information on who orchestrated this entire attack.
He pinches the bridge of his nose. Both of you roll a persuasion check, or one of you can roll with advantage.
You.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
This guy's just a yes man. He's just going,
22.
You rolled double 17s.
Alright, well, the rest of my day's so fucked that honestly, I just don't give a fuck anymore, alright? And he leads you off to the Oculare building.
The brooch on you said that was on his side. What kind of rank is that distinguishing?
He's an expulsate.
He's an expulsate. Yeah.
Yep. But the brooch itself
Mm-hmm.
slightly differed to yours. It's got a it has, it's almost like it's split into two,
Mm-hmm.
which you know signifies a very high rank
Gotcha.
in the expulsate.
Would he be like the chief of like Erasnia, or would he be like the second in charge to the chief? Would I know? Would I know who was in? Would I know who was in charge? I mean, I would know who was in charge back when I was living here.
Yep.
What would their name be?
What would their name be?
Yeah, from when I was living. When I
How
was living here.
long ago were you here?
How old am I? It would have been like 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
And I only lived here for like a few, I would say like 6 months, until shit happened.
My apologies, everyone. I will just have to look for a timeline. Where is it?
Yay. They're talking to the big man.
Oh, so what was the name of the three families again? The three big wine and cheese families.
There's a Toreg.
Rusty, Lau...
And Torrig.
Yep.
Torrig.
Because Allegra Toreg was up on the chopping block.
Allegra. Sounds like Allegro, which means fast in Italian?
And yes,
Maybe?
because she made the plants grow fast.
Real.
Whoa!
That's some serious criminal activity.
At the time that you used to live here,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been Khazar. Oh wait, hang on. Yes, Khazar Evan.
I will then say, is Khazar Evan still in charge of the barracks in Erasnia?
He probably is, but you saw all of those failing, so
Are you not stationed here?
no.
But my apologies. It's been a long time since I've been in Erasnia. Where are you from?
Probably a good thing based on all of this shit.
Well,
Fucking hell.
Are you sent from the capital? Judging from your higher rank.
No, I am based out of Pyrrhus at a moment, but I
Okay,
kind of
close.
make my way wherever the hell I'm needed. If I was in the capital, though, let me tell you, there's certain things I'll be fixing there too. He's still just leading you over to the
yeah,
ocular.
fine,
He's
fine.
kind of like speaking to you almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
You watch as people kind of like, they just like clear out of his way.
Yeah.
Just-
Cool.
He's almost like he's got like a permanent thundercloud. over
Okay.
him. Like he's fucking mad, bro.
Fucking mad, bro.
Yeah.
Did he say his name?
He didn't
He
know.
didn't. Okay. And your officer, expulsor.
Expulse. And he kind of looks at you. Have I seen you somewhere before? You kind of look a little bit familiar.
Does he look familiar to me?
Roll a history check.
11.
11. You don't recall seeing him,
Huh.
but he's pretty sure that he's seen you. He squints for a second.
Was it within the last... Depends. When do you think you last saw me? Was it in the last, 8 months, or was it maybe, 10, 15 years ago?
Definitely not that long ago, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. You just have a familiar look to you.
like gesture to my got my the metal and the gold and like the metal I have. But I mean, I will not just. If you say I look familiar, I used to work for the Oculare many years ago.
Maybe that's it.
I was based in the capital long time ago, and then
Hey, maybe I saw you on like a round or something when I was based out of there. I don't really know.
it's strange because I tend to remember everything and everyone that I see. In your face, I just don't quite recall. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I don't know. Anyway, he kind of looks at you again. Well, maybe we didn't actually meet or anything. Maybe maybe I just seen a photo or something. He turns towards you and like holds out a hand, to shake.
Yeah.
Expulse Androxin.
Androxin.
How do you spell say?
EXPULSE.
Androxin?
ANDROXEN.
Expulse Androxin. Okay. I'll my mechanical metal hand reaches out and shakes it.
He shakes your hand, offers the same to you.
I meet it.
Anyway, like I said, maybe I just saw a photo or something of you. I don't know, maybe like a drawing or something. Maybe I just read about you. I don't really know.
I mean, I like not to brag or anything, but I was pretty good at my job back when I worked for the Oculare.
Yeah, it's kind of what everybody says, though, isn't it? I mean, don't want to admit that you're pretty shit at your job, unlike these losers, but,
Got to say, a little bit disappointed that they were not quick to act.
well, as I, hear it, they were, too busy talking to Sintre, dealing with him.
What? What the fuck?
He's involved in all this as well, alright?
But Sintre was up on the gallows, conducting the executions. What, were they so obsessed with just protecting him and not actually dealing with the threat?
Well, as I hear it, Sintre was never actually on the stage. He was, only kind of making his way through the crowd. And, when everything happened, he called, I don't know, all of the station oculare to his side to protect him. And instead of doing their jobs, they decided to eat out of the palm of his hand.
That explains why there was no guards around.
Yes, and because all 12 of those Rothkin monsters were running around, ravaging and murdering the civilians.
Remember, I remember they were stalling the start of the executions because he wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
He was running late.
They're talking about him having a party, so he was probably wasted from the wine that was supposed to be poison.
Oh!
The connections!
Connections!
We're in session 2!
You know what? I knew I put him in the enemy's fucking column on D&D Beyond for a fucking reason. I had a fucking hunch.
The older guy on the stage said that Sintre was indisposed.
Oh!
That's why he was late.
Yeah, I don't think this is something we should be talking about
No.
here, but save it for the interrogation rooms.
Are there any of the other, Oculare, that he, the grunts that he was, grilling, are they following us as well for, extra security? No, okay, that's fine.
He's by himself,
That's
and he
fine.
seems unbothered.
I am keeping eye on the two guys.
Yeah, me too.
And making sure they're not about to try rabbit.
Yeah. Chara's
Where are
in.
they gonna go? They're like guards.
I know,
everywhere.
I know. You're literally one of the highest right
Yeah,
here.
Chara's and Otalman, I'm still behind them.
Sure, yep.
Yeah, as we're walking away, I'm like, yep, I'm just gonna go back to them and keep an eye out.
Yeah, Androxin begins to lead you towards the Oculare building, probably almost there. While this is happening, what are you guys doing?
So where do you want to go?
Just anywhere away from all of this. I'm not used to any of this. I just do my job.
What's your
I
job?
wake up in the morning. I say hello to customers. Maybe I'll wash the floors. I'll help them find what they're looking for, and then I'll go to bed. And I'll do that day after
It's a
day,
quick day.
and my day is happy and calm.
And it
Today,
goes deep.
today, I've seen beasts made of decaying flesh and.
They're people.
I think I would recognize a person
They
if
were people.
they had jaws that
Yes, but they were people.
they were people.
Yes,
And what happened to them?
they were poisoned. Did you not listen to the wine conversation that happened?
No, you're right.
I know. Yes, anyway, so then they were the people.
Do you guys feel intimidated, to be
Yes.
honest?
And what do you usually do?
I
You
just don't-
wash floors?
I just wash floors, that's it. I'm just a guy.
No, well, my father's a jeweler and my mother's a sculptor. I help them with in their workshops.
Where's the workshop?
Where is I wish I had my notes.
I forgot where my
open.
workshop is.
Where do they live?
Where? Only my laptop wasn't flat. Do you recall, Holly, or do you have my notes available?
I don't know the question you're asking me. What are you asking me?
Where's
Where
his
they
shop?
live, where the shop is, or
Yes, where the shop.
the Orestein Grasp in the city Aresti.
Aresti?
Your family is originally from
Sheer Crest.
Yeah, Sheer
well, like,
Crest, I believe.
like historically, I think
Yeah.
quite far back in the lineage.
Yes.
What was the name of the city again?
Aresti.
Oresti.
And the Orestein Grasp is where Aresti is located.
Might have to tighten the little guy.
I'm just a kid.
And
my
life is a
nightmare. I'm
Is
just
Aresti-
a kid.
That's the one with the beautiful lake and all the
Yeah.
panning.
The order deposits, yeah. That's correct.
Well, we're based in Oresti.
Why are you here?
Well, my father came here to acquire some sort of new material to work with. He was ordering something from someone, and he came to pick it up. And well, was supposed to be home about a week ago, but he never returned. So here I am chasing after him.
Aww,
Sorry.
his dad's missing.
Well, what's there to be sorry about? I'm sure he's just caught up with something.
Yeah.
I hope.
Seems like your life wasn't normal. Your father went missing, so why are you so... about all the stuff that happened.
How are you not all? I saw people dying.
Yeah.
And
Normal thing, bruh.
Yeah, that's just daily.
Yeah, what?
I think I need to sit down.
On the floor?
Preferably in a chair.
Probably better.
Okay. So where do you want to go? I just don't want to go that way.
Do you know of any nice taverns?
I stay at an inn.
Well, perhaps we can head there.
Okay. Hey, Holly.
no, please.
What inn are we staying
Yeah,
at?
what inn do me and Drefan
I don't know.
stay
Are
at?
you staying at one that's like
Cheap
popular, better off? Like, what kind of inn are you?
Popular because...
Where the common people
Yeah.
congregate.
Because then that means that there's lots of people going through
Um,
and they don't recognize
Most people go through the Retisan.
And that is where we are at.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much right across from the town square. So it's really close by.
Okay. But we have to go through the Oculari people to get there.
No, you can go on the outskirts.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like,
we'll
it's
take
not...
the long way.
The Oculari have scattered
Oh,
now
okay,
as
cool.
well. Yeah.
Alright.
It's just the sisters, like, cleaning up and shit.
Actually.
What?
What?
What was just said?
What, the sisters? What, they're there?
Yes!
Yeah. So they got Nero.
Lots of stuff! They're scary!
Of course they're scary. They're the weird sisters. I reckon that would be like, they're called like the sisters, but I reckon like, back
They're
in the...
actually dudes.
Yeah, no. Oh, they're dudes.
There are some dudes there.
No, but like back in the day, like it wouldn't like the cop talk. It would be like, the weird sisters are up down by like on 5th Street again. Like, no, there they are again. Yeah.
The
Like,
weirdos, yeah.
Yeah, like even the
fucking
expulse
Moses.
would be like, weird sisters. There's a reason they have that nickname.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. Yes, I think the inn was this way from what I remember. And I'm gonna take Nero on a nice walk around the town square, pretending that I am lost.
Nice.
Okay.
To get to the inn.
Yep, with your passive perception.
No.
You see Nero cry.
Oh. What do your tears look like?
Gold.
Gold. Everything's gold.
Tears of gold.
All my
You. How do I put this? You get the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, fuck no! That's cool. Doesn't even bother me.
Do I
You don't
pick
know
up?
by who or by what.
Yeah.
You just feel as if you're being watched.
Yeah, that's alright. That's chill. I'm just gonna pretend that everything is normal and fine.
Everything.
Let me
looks
have.
fine.
Can I, like, discreetly look around and see if there's, like,
Yeah, roll a perception check.
scary people?
Discretion.
18.
You're just looking for anybody in particular
Yeah.
looking at you, or
Yeah,
anything?
to see if, like, there is anyone that I can just see around me that is, like, actually watching me, or if it's just a really bad, shitty feeling.
Most of the people left in the
Mhm.
town square are the weird sisters, and they all appear to be busy taking their.
Upstairs.
I love it. I love the color bars.
No video.
Yes, video.
They all appear to be taking, those stretchers out to the Oculare headquarters, the base. So they don't appear to be looking at you necessarily. The Oculare themselves appear to have almost completely dispersed. There are an odd one or two who are patrolling the town square, but they don't seem to be paying you any mind compared to everybody else. Here, most of the people that are still here are some sort of official. So they're not kind of looking out for any civilians or anything.
So it's just, as far as I can tell,
As
really
far as you know,
weird
yeah.
feeling.
A feeling.
Okay. Well, there's not much I can do about that. I'm just gonna keep walking with Nero to get to our inn, and everything is
Hey, I'm walking
Fine.
fucking asshole.
everything
You
is
fucking
chill.
asshole. It's my alleyway. I'm walking in.
Get out of here.
As I like take Nero the long way and just keep going. Oh, sorry. I think it was actually that way. I think I'm lost. Do you need to sit down at like that there maybe before we get to the inn?
Is it
or-
much further?
Probably.
No, I think I'm gaining my composure now.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head back to the inn. You guys are heading to the Oculare building, and I think we
Yeah.
are gonna head to our next session after this.
Oh!
That seems like a pretty good place to
Yeah.
wrap up.
That was some juicy shit.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah,
Yes!
that was juice. Juice.
Yeah, I promised political
connection.
intrigue.
Good connections already.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
It's like the drama we got in like session like 50-ish about.
I know.
And we're getting into session 2! Yes!
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited. This is much more of a political intrigue focused campaign. I hope you guys are enjoying as well. If you have been watching along. I don't know. I just like political intrigue, so I try and put it in wherever I can, and hopefully it's exciting and
With
interesting.
a healthy dose of zombie outbreak, which we
Yeah.
all love.
The Last of Us meets Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's my
I
vibe.
was very happy with that.
Yeah.
I saw it and I'm like, yes, it's so good.
Yeah, those were two main inspirations that I pulled from for this one, because I just like both of those things.
Fuck Earth.
Yeah,
Good shit.
yeah,
Good fucking shit.
yeah. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Next week we won't be at D&D because Leah is off on a cruise for 2 weeks. So for the next 2 weeks, we are unfortunately not going to be streaming D&D. But I probably will stream, like, I don't know, something here or there. Marvel Rivals and me being bad at it. And then we return on the 11th?
I think so.
On the 11th, maybe, of April, to continue on with our much more regular schedule of D&D 1 week, no D&D, D&D 1 week, and there we go.
On, off.
So yeah, for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna give this a pause. Hope you guys have enjoyed the first 2 sessions of the campaign. I feel like this is a pretty good place to end because there's so many different things that we can explore now and see what's going on here. But it is always a pleasure and never a chore. We appreciate it very much if you got to this point and you were watching the whole way through. That's crazy. Much love to you guys, and we will see you in our next session. Goodbye for now. Ciao.
Bye.